Okay, we are live, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Ready Play Go, place where streamers, weirdos, and nerds get together and play TTRPGs. Welcome to episode 19 of Alien Entrapment, which is gearing up to be the final episode of this series in game. It's quite wild to think that we started back, I'm pretty sure it was our first episode, not the 4th of February.
It was.
So effectively 7 months, 19 episodes, and we are here at the now. Yeah, we are joined by our amazing and lovely cast of Doc Ryan, Habit Actor, Avery Connors, and Outermost Ghost. I'm your game mother, Chrissy 90, and it has been a wild one, but we are at that point where now we have to find out just how amazing your guys are. As in the last episode, the creature was revealed. Carrigan has taken quite a few pops at it. So that was a nice little here you go, deal with this. Andrea got to fuck up a person from her past. Joshua was very, very confused as to what the fuck he walked in on. And Jamie had a very brave moment where we found themselves within the vents, but was able to get back out. So we'll see how we can fuck with Avery today. So before we begin, for what could be the last time, we'll go into our little quick disclaimer. Our Alien game is intended for those 18 and over, with both action and horror vibes. The game is intended to play into character fears. This may invoke anxiety. We have ground rules set up that all players agree to, but if anything within the game causes distress, please stop watching. We understand that the game may not be for everyone, and your support in any capacity is always appreciated. So with that, let's get ourselves into today's episode of Alien Entrapment. So, hello. We resume today's game as we are back with Carrigan, who is currently in the corridor going back into the ship, I'm sure. Joshua and Andrea are further in the ship, kind of coming back towards where the front door is, and Jamie is currently locked in Martha. So we will begin with Carrigan as you are making your way back into the main ship.
Yeah, I'll call back to Joshua, I guess, and be like, "Whoa, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?"
I found Andrea and we're heading back.
Okay. Should I head to where we were?
I don't know. The situation's kind of changed, hasn't it? Do you engage the creature thing? Did it run off? Did you kill it? What's going on? What do you?
I did not kill it. I don't think. I very easily probably emptied an entire clip into it, and it ran away. Jamie's locked himself in the bridge. My dad is in cryo. You found Andrea, you said?
Yeah. I found her.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know. Do we go after the creature? I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm trying to get Andrea back so that we can regroup. But then once we regroup, I don't know. I don't know what we should do because now we got a thing running around, and other people are running around here too.
Well, yeah,
So
it's a station. There are other, right? It's a station.
It's a station, but like there are other like potential threats. So we need to figure out like what our next move is. So yeah, let's group up. And is Jamie hurt? Is he okay? What happened with Jamie?
Did I see that he got? I know I told him to run, but did I see that he got tail swiped?
I would say you don't know the severity or anything like that. With everything happening so quick, your attention was solely on the creature in between you. But you saw him running off, so like he was moving.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. There was a lot happening. The fucker's got a massive tail, and I told him to run, and he ran into the bridge. So he was mobile. There's a lot.
Well, let's regroup and then decide what we're gonna do from there.
I seriously fucking hope this isn't the creature that Jack Powell wanted you to get, because that's not fucking happening.
From what you described, I hope not, but I hope not. Let's just say that.
So I have seen the creature, right?
Yes.
And me Heba is going, this is a xenomorph, yes?
Yeah, you have a.
Yeah, me Heba, not But I can use that to describe to Joshua what I saw. Okay. Dude, this thing is fucking massive. It's black and terrible and huge and slick, like fucking latex, but absolutely massively huge with the biggest fucking head. Like it it took so many bullets, Joshua. So many bullets.
Well, I guess keep our distance as best we can and figure out what the plan is once we get back together.
Okay.
Because I was not anticipating a giant, black, slick, scary thing. Did it look like the serpentine things we encountered on the other planet where your chest plate was splashed?
Those little things? Absolutely not.
Okay.
This is easily, I don't know, 15 times the size and terrible. I don't see how those. I don't see how those would be connected.
Just trying to sort out what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and just above table as Heba. So you're talking about the chest burster? Or the
thing you stomped that splashed acid on your chest.
So it was a chest burster, right? Or was that a face hugger?
No, that was a chest buster.
Yes.
Okay. So
They're cute little thing. They're very adorable.
to me, they don't look the same.
Yeah, they don't, because one's like...
Yeah, the chest buster is like a snake, and it's like maybe a foot long. The thing the creature that you saw was probably 6-7 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More limbs. More bipedal. Yeah, this is it was bipedal, and it was huge, and it had massively long arms and a massively long tail, and I don't know.
Nightmare fuel.
They both kind of look like dickheads. I mean, that's as close.
Run that back.
They're phallic looking.
Okay, cool. I thought you meant something else, but moving on.
The head of a dick, Joshua.
Yep. That's the thing.
I'm making if I'm out of the ship, I'm going down the corridor that we went down.
Yep,
I guess.
headed back.
Yeah.
So a giant alien penis head. Good to know.
Wait, didn't we see one of those too?
Where?
Didn't above table? Because
yeah.
Confirming this, isn't that the thing that killed? Well, at the end of last episode, the black thing that dropped from the ceiling.
Yeah, that was
the
same.
We
creature.
saw a thing that had a long tail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we got a good clear shot of it, but yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah, just confirming.
Just my description doesn't necessarily mean that connects in Joshua's brain.
Yeah,
I just wanted to confirm, okay? I can get things mixed up.
I'm gonna calm and try and reach Jamie and be like, "Hey, Jamie, you okay?" Like Carrigan said that you were with with the creature thing.
Really shake it. It like cut my chest open. I'm bleeding a lot.
Like a lot, or like a lot.
A lot. I don't know the difference.
Okay. The wound, is it? Can you stick a finger in it, or is it like just a deep scratch?
Chris, I'm not gonna stick my finger in the wound, but how deep does it look?
It doesn't look that deep. blood makes it look as if it's worse, but it's not that deep. It's more like a over exaggerated scratch per se. It's just from this fucking creature is a bit more than a paper cut kind of thing.
I don't think it's that deep, but it's a lot of blood. It's a really long cut. It's like across my entire chest.
Okay. There should be spare medical supplies in my footlocker where you can get gauze and tape and just put some gauze on it and tape it up. And when I get back, I'll take a look at it.
Right? I'm gonna look to see if there's medical supplies in the bridge, which I would assume there was.
Yeah, like well, that's the thing. How much of Tavin's gear was on Tavin's body?
He didn't have any medical supplies with him.
Did they know? I thought he had a
Really?
whole bunch of
Yeah, but I left it on the
Personals?
ship.
Did you leave them on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. No, if you left them on the
'Cause
ship,
we-
then you would be able to find them.
Because we got them and then we traveled for a bit. So he left most of them on the ship.
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, you'd be able to find like the personal med kits.
Alright. I'm gonna try and
Yeah, give me a
try and bandage myself up.
you give me a med roll.
Alright. 0 successes. I'm not gonna push because I'm already at 4 stress.
Okay. Yeah, you attempt to kind of patch yourself up as best as you can. The blood is still it's not as if it's just like pouring out or anything like that, but
It's a long cut, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be bloody.
yeah, so
I'll get back on the comms. It's too hard. I don't know how to do it, and blood's just getting everywhere, and now the bandages are just covered in blood.
Okay. Well, you did your best, so there's that. Good job. Once we find this thing, I will come back. I will come on ship and patch you up properly.
Okay, I'm just gonna like put gauze on it as much as I can without
Yeah.
really like stopping the bleeding. Just like it's just on there, so it's soaking.
yeah, the blood's just keeping it there. It's just stuck to it. It's not necessarily doing any of its job. No, that's fine. I would say that at this point, with the kind of the conversations and stuff like that that's been happening, Carrigan, Joshua, and Andrea, you guys would probably at this point be like meeting at that big crossroads kind of part. Carrigan, I will say that on first sight, you will see that Andrea has kind of like some bruising, blood, as if she's been in a bit of a good bit of a fight.
What the fuck? What the
Well,
fuck happened?
there was an issue. I got distracted. It's fine.
You got distracted in a fight?
Oh, okay. Technically, I got kidnapped.
Looks at Joshua.
When I found her, she was moving away, and some dude, she shot a dude, and then dude got snatched. So she's
Shot
I
fine.
a
did.
Dude
I
and
shot him
dude
a
got
lot.
smashed?
Smashed.
It was a figure fell from the ceiling and landed. It was quite large. I think it had a tail.
Did it look like a giant vinyl bipedal penis?
It looked like a dark black shadow that fell and snatched up a dude that Andrea shot a bunch of times.
Why did you have to shoot someone? Wait. A random person on this station kidnapped you and then beat the shit out of you?
I mean, well, I guess his being here was random, but not random to me.
What does that mean?
I had one time to ask. I found her and we were headed back to you.
That's what is
Former coworker?
a former coworker
Well, now he's former.
kidnapped and beat you?
I guess, yeah.
Stop it.
What?
Stop covering and tell me.
I can't. That's too uncomfortable. Can we just go after the thing, the creature, whatever? Wait. She kind of like realizes her headset got like knocked off during the whole thing, and it's just hanging from her clothes.
Yeah.
She
No, that
puts
like,
it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you said there was a monster in the station.
Well, now potentially there's two. Because whatever
yeah.
snatched up your former coworker who beat the shit out of you, apparently. And now the thing that attacked Carrigan and Jamie.
Yeah, tell me about what attacked you. What are you okay, Carrigan?
I'm fine. Stop it.
Stop what?
You know what? Stop it. What the fuck happened, Emma?
It is a farmer. Do you remember the medical thing I sent you a long time ago, weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that guy.
It's kind of like Joshua.
Yes.
You guys came from that way?
Yep. So here's the problem.
Don't worry.
We came here to get information to finish the job and meet with Jack. And now we got two potentially viral penis head monster things running around. And there's three of us with guns. And there are other potential things coming because Jamie said there was a ship coming. So I don't know exactly what we need to do. Because we need to capture one or both so they can be destroyed, or we need to destroy them ourselves so that we can get the job done.
I would say destroy. I do not see. I'm not joking when I say I emptied a clip into it. Did that dude die? Is he dead?
Oh yeah, he'd be dead. She shot him like 4 times when I came around the corner. So if you live from that,
Okay.
He was still screaming, but I mean, there's a lot of blood. Oh, Kirkin, don't worry. This is not my blood.
Oh my god, Emma, stop it. Did Jack say he was coming here?
No.
No. Okay.
Also, I want to say I agree that the Martha can't contain one of those creatures. If you emptied a clip into it and it's still going, what could we do to contain it? So yeah, if we have to blow up the station, I guess we blow up the station.
I'm gonna look over at Andrea and be like, "And you're okay with being on the hook for the bill for that?"
Yeah.
'Cause you know that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna bill us for the station
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
because
Maybe
that's
we don't blow
a
up the
slimy.
station.
There you go, slimy corporation. Okay, so
What's this station?
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you now. I need to know where the fuck this thing went so we can kill it. So, Carrigan, you said you shot it, right?
A lot.
Was it bleeding?
Game Mother?
First, you shot it 4 times. It was 2 rounds, or 2 pops, then 2 pops.
I only did it 4
you
times.
only
It
did
felt
4
like
times. Yeah, I know.
it felt like so many more than that.
You shot it twice, and then you shot it twice. And on 2 of the occasions, it did drop its blood onto the ground. And
Okay.
it started sizzling and bubbling before it took off.
Sizzling and bubbling like the shit that burnt me?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Maybe they are the same things.
Oh. Like the ones that came out of the people were babies and then they grow legs?
That would be so fucking bad. It got so fucking big.
How many legs did the servant creatures have? I didn't see them.
They didn't?
No.
I don't know. They were like snakes.
Oh.
But it was bleeding, right?
Say that again?
It was bleeding, right? So we can track it potentially.
Oh.
Oh. But it was that acid shit. Oh, fuck.
Okay,
It was
but-
that acid shit. It was that acid shit.
Okay,
Yes, I
but Carrigan,
under the complications of
No!
what you're getting at.
It bled on the Martinier.
I was avoiding saying that.
At that moment, we're going to flash over to Jamie. Jamie, while you are packing your chest with gauze, you do get a red flashing light on your control panel.
Oh no.
Yep. And as you look to see what it is, this is it's basically telling you that there's a breach in the hull of the Martha.
Okay. I would assume a lot of spaceships have ways to partition off sections in case there's breaches. Is that something I can try and do?
You can try and do, but if Tavin had told you everything, the only part of this ship that can be done is the bridge. Everything else is...
Well, I'm in the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, you can only section off the bridge?
Yes.
That's... Okay.
that seems like an oversight.
Yeah, it's an old ship. It's an old ship. I am going to radio to the everyone else saying I'm getting notifications of a breach in the ship. Y'all might need to get here quickly because the bridge is the only place that I can partition to keep us breathing.
Carrigan's already running.
I'm gonna talk to them like, do you have information on where the breach is? Like what it is?
Do I? Does it tell me where?
It's in the main. See, this is the thing. Is like it wouldn't necessarily even just count as the main bridge, because if we go to your ship at the moment, where the bridge is, which is there as you all came in, it is on, or not, luckily it is on the bottom floor that this corridor is. So it's basically just the corridor between your EVA room and the bridge. But it's the same floor that has the reactor and the reactor relay control.
Hey. I mean, those don't need oxygen. As long as wires don't get pulled out. Do I know a way to fill? Would a ship have stuff in the bridge to try and temporarily fill a breach?
I mean, you probably would be able to patch it, but considering that this started on the floor of the corridor and is now making it's basically on its way to the outer hull of the ship, you would have
Can
to
I just
patch
try
it
and
inside and out.
Can I just try and patch it enough that they can get through without suffering from extreme decompression? Like, I'm not looking for a full patch, just enough so that they can get to the bridge and I can cordon off the bridge.
Yeah. It'll be difficult, but you can definitely try. It'll be your
Would like to try.
okay. It'll be heavy machinery. As you try and like patch this ship, and with stuff that's just happens to be on your ship, and stuff like that, you're probably talking. I'd be lenient and say like a -1.
Okay.
Difficulty.
All right. Well, I only got 3 in strength and 0 heavy machinery, so let's see how this goes. 1 success.
1 success.
0 panics.
Okay.
As I said, I'm not looking for anything permanent, just enough that they can get past this hallway to the bridge and not die.
Yeah, I'll give it with a success. You're able to kind of patch. What I will say, but is the cathar station is pressurized atmosphere like that, perfectly fine. It's just Martha that's the issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're able
Yes, well,
to.
Martha's our way out, so.
You're able to patch it enough. Give me a. Roll me a D100.
Okay. $20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get it. It's not permanent, but as you do it, it feels like it's holding.
Okay. I will call onto the radio and say, I got a temporary patch on it for y'all to get through, but it's not gonna hold for that long. I can't fix it without a lot of time and guesswork.
Okay, good job. I'm proud of you. We'll be
And
here shortly.
I will also say, you should probably grab any suits that are in the airlock, the pressurized suits, if they're not wearing them, just to have them in the bridge in case bad things happen.
So Carrigan is taken off to the ship, and
I will say I said that to everyone. Everyone heard what Jamie said.
assuming that I've heard that, and then I've taken off towards the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You want to let me know when I get there? Also, did you get my message?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
cool.
probably like with how you are going and picking up the speed, it probably takes you under a minute to kind of get back along the corridors, knowing exactly which way. Like you've made this
Okay.
run several times at this point now.
Okay. Once in the airlock, she's gonna immediately put a suit on and try to head to cryo.
Yeah, it's easy enough to get yourself to cryo.
I'm gonna head to the bridge and check out Jamie.
Yeah, I'll get a suit on and probably go follow Carrigan.
I need Joshua, I think.
Okay, I'll meet you there. I want to check Jamie first because he said he patched himself up, but I don't think he did as good a job as he could have done.
My dad's tongue was cut out and he's in the cryopod and I'm not leaving him there.
Okay, I'll be right there. He's in the cryopod. He's not going nowhere. He's stable. I'm gonna go patch up Jamie and I'll meet you in the cryo bay.
Okay.
When they get on the ship, can I close the airlock and lock it from the bridge?
I'm pretty sure that this one is the one that you have to be able to. It's the computer outside it. The only door that you have that you can access is the what's it called? It's like the I'll find it. Where the fuck is it? The dock and umbilical.
That's what I meant. Sorry. Can I lock that down?
You can lock that,
Well,
but they're all coming in the EVA room, which it's the computer at the door.
Oh, okay. They're okay.
Yeah. But,
I'll just wait for Doc or Joshua to get into the bridge then.
Yeah, I'll say as kind of everybody splits. Joshua, you're quickest to get to the bridge as it's on the same floor as the cryo deck is up a floor. So you get into the bridge and you see Jamie kind of just with patchwork gauze on his chest, covered in blood, just not doing what they're intended to do.
Look up and be like, not bad. Good job, first patch job. But let's fix you up proper real quick because then I gotta go meet with Carrigan because she's rightfully nervous. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take the gauze off and be like, okay, and I'm gonna take a look at the wound. Is it just a flesh wound?
Chris?
It is pretty much a flesh wound. It's not really, but I will say that while you are kind of looking at it and kind of just trying to gauge what it is, these wounds are reminiscent of wounds that you've seen before that don't look as if they were caused by like weaponry that you've ever dealt with, but you do distinctly remember quite some time ago that these kind of almost singed wounds.
Okay. How about a moment's hesitation and go, huh? Like, for a wound like this, you're gonna want to do gauze and patching like this, and I'm gonna like tape them up proper with the stuff out of my med kit.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a med. One success. Yeah, as you kind of start patching it up, it kind of reacts like just a normal wound. It's more just the aesthetic of the wound, just something seems off about it. But you are able to patch Jamie up, stop the bleeding, and kind of calm the situation.
So once he's getting, go ahead.
I was gonna say once he's done, I'll turn to him and say, "Should I take off? I feel like we should leave." Because that patch isn't gonna last. It's not gonna last at all.
Well, the problem is if the patch doesn't last and we get a hull breach and we're like traveling, bad things happen. So the problem is one of us is gonna have to go and like actually like patch the hull, or we're gonna have to go into the station because we can't travel with a hull breach.
I could detach us and let us just float and then try and patch it.
That's a strategy, but then that leaves whatever the hell's in there going on, and we kind of have to deal with that too. So put a pin in that, and I'm gonna go meet up with Carrigan and let her know that you're patched up and that we have an idea to work on the ship, but we still have to address the nightmare fuel that is now running around on a station that people don't know about. So hold that thought, and then I'm gonna run off the bridge. Heading for cryo.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say as you're running, Carrigan, are you doing anything while waiting for Joshua, or are you waiting for Joshua to get there?
If Andrea is with me, I would probably be like, do you know how to open this stuff? Do you know how to
Would this be comm tech or something?
Yeah, it would be a comm tech.
Okay. I can at least try if you'd like. Shouldn't he be in cryo? What's going on? I was not told about what happened with your dad. What?
He was
he
beaten
here?
and his tongue was cut out. And the Marthaneer is dead on the water. So
great.
If there's a fucking hull breach, this thing is fucking useless. So I want to get him out of here and I don't know, find another ship, commandeer something. I'm a marshal, I can fucking do that, but he's not.
There was the other ship, apparently, right? There was another ship. Where did those people come from?
I don't know. Where did your fella come from?
Fuck if I know.
Exactly.
He was stationed here. If this is I don't know who owns this station.
Did he continue to work for Weyland-Yutani after that?
Sorry, what?
Did he continue to work for Weyland-Yutani after?
I'm not privy to his files.
Okay. Well, if he was, you've got some words with Jack Powell, I would think.
I haven't seen him in 4 years. God. So
okay.
Calm down.
You've seen Jack Powell.
Calm down.
There's too many things happening.
Do you want me to open this cryopod or not?
Yes.
Two successes.
Yep. You're able to figure it out and pop open the cryopod. Takes a couple of seconds, but your dad does start to come around, in pretty much the exact same condition that he'd went in.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself under one of his arms and be like, okay, this is gonna be awkward as shit because you're short. But can you help me walk him out?
Do you want to take his top and I take his legs, or?
You think you can lift him?
I could lift.
We'll try that. I'll go under both of his arms and start walking him
where are we
towards
even
the
going?
airlock.
Okay.
Out of the fucking Marthaneer.
Yeah, between the two of you, usually able to kind of lift and start kind of putting them through. At this point, Joshua, you will meet them in the corridor, kind of as they are bundling their father out.
Sean Mackenzie out of a groaning, severely beaten Sean Mackenzie.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Joshua.
Yes.
The Martha is fucking dead on the water.
Yeah,
So,
we got a plan for that. We just figured it out. Jamie and I figured it out.
And what is that?
Jamie is going to suit up and patch the hole.
That seems like a terrible fucking idea. Can we not just come? There's got to be other ships here.
Agreed. Here's the problem. You want to take your wounded father in there.
Where there's not a hull breach.
Well, one, there's not a hull breach, but there are now two monsters of nightmare quality running around. And you want to take away two of our guns to transport your dad. Granted, I'm not saying you're wrong. Just look at the logic. Between you and safety are two nightmare creatures that we need guns and our men, potentially, that we need to do.
I have a question. Maybe a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the bridge is safe, right? It's not...
Yes, the bridge can be secured against the breach.
We put your dad there. We make sure he's stable. Make sure he's resting. And then we figure out what we're doing with the rest of this. And if we're changing ships, then we bring him to the new ship. If we're not changing ships, then it's less trouble for him, less trauma on his system, and we're all good.
Fine. But we're looking for another ship because it's, at the end of the day, what's safer. And yeah.
You're not getting an argument out of me.
What?
You're not going to get an argument out of me on that.
Okay. Then we're going to put him in the bridge, check his mouth out, see what you can do.
Yes, I will check him for any further injuries besides the trauma to his mouth. And we'll get him stabilized.
To be in cryo, but that isn't what is safest anymore. Do you know? Yeah, I know.
Okay. I know.
It'll be okay, Karen.
So let's get him to the bridge and I'll look him over.
So take him to the bridge.
Okay. So you're taking to the bridge? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're able to bundle them there. And you're all able to join on the bridge.
I don't.
Tavin have like a little like room off the bridge, like still connected to the bridge?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's get him in there and lay him down.
I don't. Hold on. Carrigan's gonna kind of sit down with her dad. like in her lap type thing, where she's like sat on the floor and she's just like still propping him up. Check him out first, and then I'm gonna look at Jamie. Have you ever patched a hole in a ship before? Joshua, check out my dad. I'm not letting go of it right now.
Chris, Jamie working in a station dockyard. Has he ever had experience patching ships?
Not personal. He may have watched work being carried out like that. But for the most part, it was not in this level of pressurized, stressful situation. But he's seen it done, more than likely.
Theoretical work.
I've never done it myself, but I've watched a lot of people do it, and it looks like from the inside it was a small breach. It's just a breach that went all the way through. I think I can fix it, and we can leave. I think I can fix it where we can get out on this ship.
Okay.
But no, I've never done it myself.
Yeah, also, so this acid blood shit ate through another ship and we ditched that, right?
Yes.
I will say, though, that was a lot of acid blood for that one.
I shot it 4 times.
Yeah, but trickle blood versus like big splash of puddle of blood.
From small creature.
Well, yeah, people
Size
have a lot
different.
of blood.
How big was the breach that I patched, Chris, from the inside?
The bit that you done was probably 3 or 4 inches diameter.
Okay. So not gigantic.
It's not gigantic, but it's not no cause
It's
for
enough
concern,
that it would,
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's enough. Any breach of fucking half an inch diameter would decompressurize a ship. It wasn't a big breach. I think I can fix it.
Check him out.
I'm busy looking over the colonel.
Yeah. Yeah, you look him over. Not much has changed from the last time that you looked him over. He's currently stable, but it is a deterioration just based on injuries and stuff like that. Like, it's not he's got 10 minutes, but it's your run of the mill. He's been beaten within an inch kind of thing. Like, you again, Joshua, your past experiences, just looking at this kind of beating is sending a message kind of beating. This isn't a beating of just 2 people trying to self-defend. This guy was not able to put up a fight. This was this is a workover.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish my workup and look at Carrigan and go, all right, he's stable. We've got some time to find another ship and get him in better care. So let's get him in the bed, get him relaxed, and then the rest of us gotta go get the job done so that we can get him safe.
So we're getting a different ship? You don't want me to try and...
I think you should try and patch this ship, but if that's not plausible, then we need to find a different one.
I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea. Tavin wouldn't even consider it on the other ship. Just fucking ditched it. Like,
To be fair, that other ship was less, I believe, about patching the issue because without us on it, it doesn't matter if there's a hole blown in it. It's more that there was emotional damage and baggage with that ship that I don't think he wanted to deal with. If I would,
Ultimately, here's the thing: we need the Martha patched in case we can't find anything else. So the Martha has to be able to be flight worthy.
we also
don't-
have Cooper that's in cryo that we can't take out of cryo currently without definite risk to him.
I don't give a shit about Cooper. That was Tavin's bullshit.
It's
Well, why
still a
don't-
human character.
Why don't y'all go try and find a ship, and I'll try and patch it? I don't need to go into the station to try and patch
Exactly.
it.
Right. That's
We can
That's
do
what we're
both,
gonna
and
do.
if I can just patch it, then y'all can come back and we can just leave.
Yes.
Or if y'all
that's-
find another ship that would be better, we can just go with that one.
that is the plan. Because that way we have everything taken care of. So now we need to go. I'm gonna look at it, Carrigan. We need to go kick some ass so that everybody can go home.
If I lose him, it's gonna be a bad day for everyone.
Yeah, I get that. But we're not gonna lose him because you're you and I'm me. And between the two of us, those things don't stand a chance. And Andrea is going to make sure that it's all above the board so we get bonuses and we never have to work again. Right?
Yeah.
This is the time you said right.
Kerrigan.
Mm.
It's the only way we save him.
I will let you put him in there. If I lose him, everybody's gonna have a bad fucking time.
Yeah, that's great. But right now it's about more than your dad. It's about all of us.
I
so come
don't
on.
care.
Snap out of it and let's go.
All right. Everybody breathe. Relax. Kerrigan, your dad is priority one. We got that. He's secure, he's safe, he's stable. He's not going to be safe and secure if we don't tackle the nightmare and the armed men that are probably headed this way. So let's get down to business and put rounds down range so that we can make sure he stays that way. Good?
No,
I'm going to take
not
that
good.
as
I'm not good. But what I'm going to do is look for another fucking ship.
that's
So-
fine.
That's fine. We didn't say you shouldn't.
All right. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to trust you to get the job done. I'm going to go hunting because I got shit I have to kill. And I'm going to walk out of the bridge.
I'll follow Joshua.
Fair enough.
Do we have an extra like headset radio or anything?
We would.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you had, was it no like 6? We'd tell me that you would have had,
Yeah.
because technically the ship does hold 6 people.
yeah.
So I'd like to put one on my dad just to have it on him. I know that he's super in bad shape, but I'm gonna put it on him. And I'm gonna kiss him on his forehead. And I'm gonna be like, okay, daddy, I'm gonna find a different ship. You can't die in here, okay? And kiss him on his forehead again. And go back into the station.
Okay.
I am going to lock the bridge behind us completely and put it where only us 4 can open it. And I'm going to start looking for an electrical hand welding unit that would probably be on this ship for repairs so that I can try and patch the ship in space.
Yeah, you like Tavin does all his own fucking repairs, and it would be the first time that something like this has had to be done. So with this being such an old ship, you'd be able to find the tools that you would require to do such work.
And then I'll get suited up and I'm gonna go out of the airlock and try and spacewalk to patch the ship if I can while
I believe
they're
in you, Jamie.
looking for another ship.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Sorry.
Okay. We will start with Joshua and Andrea. You guys will kind of get off Martha first, with Carrigan not that far behind you while she was putting the headset and stuff like that on her dad. So you guys would kind of get there first, and if you take 30 seconds to a minute sitting there, Carrigan would follow soon behind.
Before she goes there, I'd like to say something to Joshua.
Yeah.
Hey, Joshua.
Go.
Jackson Route, he says he has something to destroy the creatures with him.
So let's focus on getting them hunted down and
Yeah.
ready for destruction. We'll keep an eye on potential other ships where we can transfer everybody to, and once Jack gets here to destroy them, we get paid.
Sounds good.
Just waiting on Carrigan to meet up with us.
Yeah, it won't be that long after that where Carrigan will kind of catch up behind, just that kind of just at the threshold between Martha and the ship's airlock, and it's now up to you guys what your plan of action is.
I'm immediately looking for other docking stations and ships,
Okay.
even if nobody's going with me.
When we exited the Martha, was I able to notice any potential like scoring or where blood would have fell to kind of start a trail?
Not necessarily, but what you do find is at the kind of front, like the threshold, there is still a body of one of the other folk that were on the ship, and blood, and a lot of bloody footprints kind of just going off on like all directions of this corridor.
What? I must ask you what flavor the footprints were.
Red
What
flavor.
shape are the footprints?
What flavor is the bloody footprints?
They're kind
please?
of like a cross between a raspberry and a strawberry kind of thing. Like it's an awful tart.
So
kind of flavor.
raspberry.
Yeah.
What shape are the footprints? Are they human footprints or the other footprints?
They are. It looks like boots, kind of like.
Mm.
So it's definitely like human shoes, or at least whatever they were wearing was like human boot prints. Don't know. Steve might be cosplaying. You don't know.
I'm gonna kind of like looking at like, is there? You said all different directions, but was there a majority in one direction, or is it just like Scatterville?
The majority seem to go to the right, and there's like three ways you can go. You can go to the right, you can go to the left, and you can go straight on. Straight on is where you guys were heading and coming back. To the right, it looks like there's a majority of bloody prints going that way. Going straight, there is somewhat a bunch of footprints that you can ascertain is either yours or somebody else. To the left, there's less footprints going to the left, though.
So if we follow the tracks to the right, it'll probably lead us to a ship. Because where do people go when shit goes south? They go to the ship. So
Yeah.
let's go to the right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to go to start heading the right. How are you wanting to travel? Are you bombing down? Are you going at a normal pace, or are you stealthing it?
I would say quickly and quietly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quickly and quietly.
A sense of urgency, but also trying not to bring a ton of attention to where we are.
Totally understandable and fair. I just need to grab my
Sheet of many deaths.
No, I just want to see what the running, crawling, close combat. I was trying to see what I'd need for like stealth, but like a cross between stealth and not stealth kind of thing.
Oh, I'm gonna quickly use a nap relief to get rid of my stress.
Very well. Use away. That's what I want. Selections. Finally, none of it gives me any fucking sneak. I think it would probably just be mobility. We'll just. Oh no! Wait, here we go. Stealth. You're kind of wanting to time it through like that. Yeah, we'll just go with mobility for kind of like a stealth and like fast kind of thing. So all of you give me just mobility rolls.
Nothing. No failures either.
I'm push it. I still got nothing.
Okay.
I'm fine. I got one.
Okay.
I had a success.
Yeah. Carrigan, your training has like it's second nature as you are kind of quick on your feet and kind of like just still quiet. You may be irritated to the fact that the two behind you, although are keeping pace, are heavy footsteps as the three of you are now kind of getting along this corridor. Give me observation rolls, please. As you're kind of at the same time looking for.
I still got nothing. I have no eyes.
I got 4.
Four successes from panic, 1 success, and 0 success. Okay. I'll say, Andrea, as you're kind of going, there's a lot going through your mind right now. It's kind of hard to concentrate on your surroundings when everything that's
There's a lot
happened and
happening.
the information that you've been receiving and stuff like that. Like a lot's going on. And with Joshua and Carrigan kind of with you, it's almost there's this weird sort of calming feel, almost as if a false sense of security that you can like almost. It's like a battle as if you can almost just trust them. Like they won't let it happen to you. Like it's that weird. Like there's so much just battling within right now. Where nothing is kind of settling in.
That's fair.
Carrigan, and Joshua, as you guys are kind of like leading the pack and kind of constantly looking, Carrigan, you're the first to notice that you don't find a ship yet, but you do find that the footprints kind of separate once again as you get to another left turn. Like the corridor keeps on going straight, but there is a left turn where the prints sort of separate once again.
Like evenly separated, like some went this way, some went that way, or
yeah, separated enough that it doesn't make it feel as if this one direction is where everybody's went.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going straight if it doesn't look, because to me, in my head, sticking to the outside makes more sense to me than going in towards the station. So let me rephrase that. Whatever direction seems to be sticking to where the most likelihood of there being possible airlocks and ships is the path that I'm going to take.
Okay. Give me a D20 roll, please. I'm not even going to tell you what it's for. I just need a D20 roll. Okay.
Did it roll?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it did.
So,
I didn't see it.
Yeah, continuing straight is that path where it seems to just be a wraparound. That's no problem. So you are able to continue that way. Joshua, you do also kind of, I would say, with between 4 successes of Carrigan and 1 success for you, notice Carrigan notice this, and that's what draws your attention to the prints. As you see Carrigan kind of look and like quickly process and then just continue straight. So it's your call whether you're going to continue with Carrigan or if you want to deviate.
I'll stick with you. I'll stick on her 6 for now unless something else pops up. She seems to have a scent, so.
Okay. Andrea, are you following suit?
Yeah, I have no reason not to.
Okay. Okay. You guys keep heading down the straight path. Carrigan, with the 4 successes, I'm going to give you this one as well because that was a big, massive success. As you kind of head down here and get a decent bit further down, you suddenly hear movement and clunking above you.
I'm gonna above me, as in like in the ceiling.
Maybe.
Ooh, vents.
I will stop everyone.
Okay. As everyone stops and the footsteps stop, you sit there silent, and then again you hear movement above. This time slightly further ahead than directly above you.
Okay. Is this like footsteps the floor above us, or
it sounds,
it's okay if you can't give me that. I'm just trying to figure out what it
doesn't sound
sounds like
footsteps. This sounds like just impact on metal, and there's almost an echo to it.
I'm gonna move up next to Carrigan and be like, that. So, I think we should. I'm just gonna kind of keep my voice hushed and be like, we should keep going, but like, follow it, right? Because that'll lead us to where we need to go. So now I'm gonna do that like ouch walk thing that they do, and with my gun on the corridor.
Okay. So if you're going to be definitely sneaking now,
Yeah.
I will need mobility rolls.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
I got 2 panics. I've never gotten 2 panics
You just
before. Do
rolled
I
a
roll?
1.
Okay.
I roll a panic too.
Ugh, I'm
Yeah,
twitching.
boy.
I think it's a panic for both, isn't it?
I'm
I think it's just the one.
I'm sure it's just the one. I mean, we can look it up.
I think you're right.
Hold on.
Everybody's stress level goes up by 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. That it's just the 1 with it. But so
Yeah, it's just the one. I found it. It is just the one.
So yeah, all friendly PCs in short range increases by 1. So we've got 2 success, 1 success, 0 success. Okay. As the 3 of you begin to move forward, Joshua kind of trying to keep everyone kind of as quiet as possible as you go. Andrea, you're not still with everything going on. It's almost
Not
as
in
if
my head right now.
the adrenaline is now starting to wear off, and the effects of what you just went through begin to actually affect your body, as you sort of stagger against the side of the corridor.
Yeah.
And at this point, with everyone trying to be as quiet as possible, this kind of bang against the corridor sort of just echoes around you. Carrigan, you kind of just begin to stiffen, and you're overcome with this sense of stress and panic as all 3 of you hear this strange hiss just resonate from above you. And we are going to quickly go to our break because that's 9:30. We're bang on time to take our break. So we will take our 10-minute break just now. Everybody go and stretch your legs, grab another drink, grab some more snacks, go to the bathroom, and we will be back very, very soon. And we are back. Okay, so we are going to start back on the other side of our story, where we find Jamie, currently suited, kitted, and ready to make their way to the outside of Martha, to try and patch up the hole on of the hull. So give me, hold on, because this is technically, this will be your first spacewalk, Jamie. Give me a mobility roll. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's what we've used before.
Yeah, give me a mobility roll.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So you get to the docking umbilical, kind of pressurize, get yourself in, open up the door, attach yourself with the tether, because Tavin was very, 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 very thorough in making sure that Jamie knew that if ever he was getting out of the ship, that he had to have the tether on. So you begin to make your way to the part of the ship underneath the corridor, just through space, and you are able to, or give me a observation roll as you look to see if you can. Okay.
2 successes and a panic. I'm keeping it together.
Okay. As you begin to make your way to the general location, you are able to see the hole, kind of that's been corroded. It's probably, again, you're probably talking about 4 or 5 inches in diameter. It's a little, being out here, this is the first time that you are now actually seeing just the vast emptiness of space, kind of outside your current location. You are able to get to the hole, and now I require your heavy machinery roll.
And I'm not trying to be pretty about it. I'm just trying to weld a piece of metal over it so that it holds.
Yep.
All right. Fuck.
Okay.
God damn it. All right.
As you begin to weld this sheet of metal in place, everything seems to be going well, and you are able to get this piece of metal kind of welded to your ship. And then this panic and tremble begins to overcome you as you look around you and see 1, 2, 3 other holes that have been corroded with different sprays of this acid blood from the multiple gunshots that Carrigan gave this creature. It's at that moment where you realize that there is not much you can do to stop this, as multiple holes now begin to show themselves. But since you did roll so brilliantly on your stress roll, we will need a mobility roll for you to get back.
Right.
And
1 success and 1 panic.
okay.
God damn it. I drop an item.
Okay. Right. This is where it's going to get fun.
And my stress level goes up.
Yes. I will need you to roll a d3. Before you do that, the 3 items that can be dropped are your welding tools. I don't know, should we say your tether?
I would assume the tether was attached to a suit. That's not something you hold.
Right, well, what's 3 items that you can drop?
He doesn't have anything. He has the welding stuff and the metal.
Okay.
And that's it. He doesn't have anything on him.
Right, no, that's fine then. The welding tool is no longer with you. As you slowly and gingerly make your way back to the dock and umbilical and kind of get yourself back on. But as you kind of get to that part, the wave of you are not stopping these holes in this ship. that resonates through you.
I will get on the comm to the rest of the group and say, it's too bad. There's too many holes. I can't patch it. I'm gonna try and do temporary ones from the inside while y'all find another ship. That way, we have it pressurized enough we can get your dad out, and I'll stay here because I have no way of helping y'all.
Okay. Nope, that is fine. Here's the thing, though. How are you going to patch these holes?
Just looking to fill them with shit, basically.
Okay.
It's not meant to hold. It's just to give them time to find something so we can get off.
Okay. For this then,
And if I can't, I'll do something else.
give me a survival roll. And so this is just pure, you are running on survival now. One success. Okay. Okay, give me another D100.
Okay. Fucking worse than before, 18.
Okay. You're able to kind of haphazardly just plug these holes. Again, it feels as if you've done enough to at least buy some time.
Okay, then I will run to the bridge and I'm gonna cut it off just in case. Do we have any extra suits?
Well, again, with it being the 6, you
Tavin
would
had
be
his
able
own.
to-
He had it. His was different.
Yeah, Tavin had his own, so that's Tavin
Okay.
has that.
I will run to the bridge with the suit. I'm gonna lock off the bridge in case the ship decompresses so the bridge stays safe. And I will say to the group through the message, I got all the holes temporarily patched, but it's not gonna last. I've locked the bridge, so if it doesn't last, we'll be fine. And I grabbed a suit for your dad if we need to use it on him to get him through to the station. But try and find a ship. Don't be slow.
Very well. Yep, you were able to do all that and kind of get situated and safe in the bridge. With that, we are going to flip back over to Cathar Station as Carrigan, Joshua, and Andrea. You three are currently stopped in a corridor where you had heard some rumbling and movement, and then a very prolonged hiss kind of just coming through the vent system above you.
And we heard Jamie say that over the radio.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell. So, yeah, I feel you have.
Okay.
Because we're kind of stuck. We don't want to make too much noise
No.
for whatever's in the vent, and I
it's
know.
going kind of the direction we were trying to go to, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of like move up next to Carrigan and be like, okay, we in hushed tones. All right. We need to make a decision. Do we trust Jamie to get your dad set up and then bring him when we find a ship, or do we go back, get your dad, and move as a group?
Honestly, I would be more comfortable moving as a group. At least that way we can keep an eye on everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you. So, hold a second. You and Andrea go get your dad, and I'll secure the where we're at here. I've done this. This is the other job I did. I can hold here and make sure everything is clear, so that you guys have a clear path to getting your dad up to where we are, and then we can move and secure a way off the ship. Because if we all backtrack, who knows what we're going to run into? At least if I'm here, I can secure the corridor.
I just said we should stick together.
I know, but we need somebody to make sure the way is clear.
This is a terrible idea. I don't want to do that.
There aren't any good ideas right now with the situation we're in. But if we all backtrack, who knows what's happening? Like if one of us can stay on target, we can make sure that A, a ship doesn't leave potentially, and B, we have potential eyes on where the damn thing is. I don't like it either. But it seems like the tactical thing to do, not necessarily smart or logical, but the proper tactical thing to do in this situation. But I'm open to whatever. That's just my thoughts.
I can't force you to go back, but I feel like this is a bad idea. But I don't think we can leave them on the Martha. So I'm going to turn around and start stealthing back to the Martha. I'm going to wipe all my eye makeup off, Chris! Ugh. No, you're muted.
Are you planning on moving quickly, stealthily?
Stealthily, but with a sense of urgency.
Very, very well.
Are you telling the agent what's going on, or am I just gonna like be in the background like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, you heard.
I heard that. I didn't hear Joshua whispering.
I mean, I'll turn around and I'll be like, "Come on,
What the fuck are we doing?
we gotta go get my dad and Jamie."
Okay.
Do you have a problem with me getting my dad?
No, I'm just worried that the creatures
Yeah, the creatures.
could hurt him.
Yeah. So, which do I let hurt him? The creatures of the fucking vastness of space. Because either are
Your
deadly.
call. I'm not going to fight you on it.
The Martha is going down, whether we like it or not. I can't leave him there. So I either bring him with me where I have a shot of protecting him, or I leave him to die on a sinking ship.
I
And then
just
I'm
told
gonna
you I have no issue
going.
with your call.
Well, it doesn't seem like it, Andrea. And now I'm done, and I'm going. Did you want me to roll something, Chris?
Yes, I need mobility rolls.
Okay. I panic.
Fine. So that was 3 successes for Carrigan, 0 successes for Andrea. Joshua?
Why did I not roll? I hit the button. Let's try that. Oh, now I rolled. There you
There
go.
you go. And 1 success. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. So the three of you begin to
I love it.
take off, kind of trying to be quiet in that balance between quiet and quick. As you start heading back towards the entrance of Martha. It doesn't take long
Mhm.
until you get to the front door. Give me observations. Successes.
I alive again.
Carrigan with 3 successes, Andrea with 2 successes, Joshua with 0. Carrigan, Andrea, you guys, as you begin to get closer to Martha, do begin to hear voices. They're not directly in front of you or at the door of Martha, but you do very much hear voices within a kind of vicinity. So they're not too far away, but they are not visible.
Okay.
Can we make out anything that they're saying, or?
No, it's just kind of like almost like yelling, and the tone feels like orders being given, and people just communicating as if just trying to get something done.
Continue to the Martha.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, the three of you are able to get there in quick time. Martha is still currently holding, but you guys are unaware of how long. But you get there, no problem at all. There's nothing, no visible signs of people or anything like that nearby.
Okay. Then gonna go in and get Jamie and get my dad.
Okay, no problem. You're able to do that. And you're all able to kind of get to the threshold once again, if that's what your plan is. And
Yep.
kind of.
I have a 3 in strength. Can I carry her dad by myself since I don't have a gun?
Well, I have a 4 in strength.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, if you want to attempt to, and if Carrigan would
Just
allow,
so that they have their
I
guns.
mean, you can try. I just sort of remind you that you're a 5'2", 70-pound child man.
give me a strength roll.
Well, I figure it'd be better the person without the guns would carry the body. Holy
That's
shit.
a lot. That is a lot of panic.
Just for everybody
Nervous
watching.
Twitch.
Yep. And
That's 0 successes and 4 panics.
Yep.
Oh, and all of our
Yep.
stress goes up by 1.
Well,
And
And I'm
stress
just
goes by one.
I've got to just pat Jamie on the shoulder and be like, thanks, bud. But I you can help me, but
Yeah.
my dad is not a small man.
Yeah. I would say if 2 people are going to carry him, I won't let you make these roll. Like, we'll just stymie it the same way
Okay.
as Carrigan and
As we
Andrea
were
did it.
doing before.
But if anybody wants to do it individually, then that's where we'll roll. But yeah, if two of you want to kind of just get them up and out, then that's totally fine. You're able to get to the threshold, and it is now up to you guys as to where you want to go, what you want to do.
You said there were voices near the Martha.
Yes. Voices within the vicinity of this kind of E-junction.
I mean, I can have shared that with you and let you decide.
We can go that way and get the drop on them. And then maybe it'll lead us to their ship quicker.
Yeah. Can I have shared that with him so that he could decide to abandon his post?
Yeah, no, that's fine. We can go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make my way towards the voices so I can get like a drop on them.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I would say before you make that decision, the kind of the shouting and yelling doesn't come from like one necessary direction. It's kind of like in a general area. So it's like with how the corridors all kind of go, they could be down to the center, they could be to the left. Everything sort of joins, but they were definitely from that part because you guys had came from effectively the right.
Okay.
So it's up to you whether you want to go straight down the way that you had went a few times, going towards like the center, or if you want to go to the left and keep to like the outer ring of the station, the way you did on the right.
Well, most ships will be docked to the outer ring, so we'll probably head to the left side.
The left side, okay. Yeah. While they're all doing that, you can kind of get down the left side to like the first sort of turn in the corridor. Give me an observation.
Observation. 3 successes, 1 panic.
Okay.
We're good.
You're good. Yeah, you kind of get to, and you look kind of like peer around the corridor and down to, like, if you had went to the left as you kind of turned to the right, kind of going into the center of the ship again, you do see 2 people kind of posted up with armed and kind of just looking through straight ahead again, continuing down the left of the ship. You don't see anything. It's just as you turn to the right that you can see 2 people not facing you. They have their back to where you are right now, but they're probably about 15 yards, 20 yards down this corridor.
Okay, I'll radio back to the group that says we got two hostiles on the right. No, down the right edge. Or I would relay in what direction properly because my brain just went. You said they had their back to me?
Yeah, they're not currently facing you at this moment, but that's just like at this moment in time they haven't turned, but they could. You yourself would know that if you're posted up, it's not going to be long until they do turn around to make sure that there's nothing on there. Like, this very much looks like a kind of watch post where they're just keeping an eye up and down the different, because they are currently on that crossroads where the 3 of you kind of met up at the start, kind of going back towards kind of like the different sections of the ship.
Question. With my experience as a sniper, could I get 2 shots off, you think? With my sniper rifle? They're at relatively short range, and it is a pretty high-end rifle.
Yeah, just try to think, even with a high-end rifle, if the reload speed would be... Do you know what? We'll do it this way. Before you would take the shot, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but give me a D20, and anything above a 13, you would be able to get the 2 shots off.
/ roll.
Cuckoo, we don't know if they're friendlies. Cuckoo.
No, what is it? Is it / roll?
Or just /R space 1D20.
How
That's
about
right.
if they're not Wayland Yutani security professionals at this point? They're not friendlies.
Okay. This wasn't you rolling. This was you deciding if you could. As you kind of think about it, you don't feel confident enough that you would be able to get 2 shots off in quick succession with the sniper. It just seems like you're asking for trouble. You're just putting too much pressure on yourself to try and pull that off. Like, you're not a spring chicken anymore. Once upon a time.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I could probably get 1 and then take the other one. Surrender. I'm trying to think of Joshua's next move, and I'm trying to make it quick because I want to keep the game going. If I take one of them on, I could probably take the other one like hostage. So, yeah, that's. Everybody's hostile at this point. Joshua's operating on. If you're not with me, you're against me. I don't have an option. So yeah, I know. Look at have a cringe. So I'll try and take one of them out and then see how the other one reacts, and then probably like hold him at gunpoint potentially.
Okay. I'll give you this option as well. Or I say option, just this time. At the point of you kind of thinking through all these possibilities, Carrigan and the rest would be currently on their way down the corridor. So you have the option of them getting to you first and then planning, or if you want to just go down that, then I'm fucking down for that shit.
Well, the problem that's what we're working off of is Kerrigan wants to secure her dad, and she's going to want to move quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we really want to stop and talk about it, or if I want to take the shot and then have them arrive so that it's 4-1 and one of the homies is dead.
Okay.
Right?
No, I'm totally fucking
So
down for that shit.
That's Joshua's logic right now. So that's probably what he's going to do is take the one out, Kerrigan and everybody arrives. We got 4 guns to 1.
Okay. Okay, nope, that is totally fucking cool. So you're going to, just so we're clear, you're going to take one out, or attempt to take one out, and then are you going to rush the other one to, like, basically just control, or?
Yes, it'll be eliminate and control.
Okay, so before we roll, what I would need is you would need to have your range combat roll to see if you hit one, and then it would be a mobility roll to be able to get down the corridor. And then I'd probably say manipulation in order to, or manipulation or command, whatever one you want to go, to try and then control. Or if you're wanting to actually like subdue, I would allow strength, but it'd be up to you whether you're going to try and like subdue them via like grabbing them, or you want to try and Like
No, it's
force them with your
basically
voice to like fucking
Yeah,
stop.
it's basically take the one out and then walk him down, essentially holding him in place with a rifle on him, going, basically manipulate him into going, it's not just me. If you do something stupid, you're gonna die like your buddy.
Okay. So we'll need range combat, mobility, and either manipulation or command, whatever one you want to go with.
Sounds good. So here's the range combat roll. Rifle gives me +2.
Okay.
1 and 1, so that's a hit. But a panic roll. Never twitch. That sucks.
Okay. So yep. There's no one in your short range, so you don't affect anybody else here. So give me mobility. Okay. Okay. You're still good. You're still good. 2 successes and 1 panic. You're still
the old pole is coming out.
Okay. And give me your command manipulation.
I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you get total success, so I'll let you kind of just describe the exact way you want this to kind of like, how would you want this to be outcome?
So take out the partner on the right, drop him, and then step from move from the shadows with pace, but not like panic, but just like walk him down and have the rifle be like, get down on the ground. I just dropped your partner. Don't make me drop you.
Okay. Yeah, I will say that just with the sudden kind of like everything just happening very, very quickly, the other person that you are now starting to kind of close down, it's, you can see that hesitation as if like they should like raise their weapon, they should try and do something, but like with your kind of almost military commanding, they just immediately just stop and freeze as they drop their gun, and you now have a gun trained on them, and they're just kind of stuck solid. I will say at that point, that's probably when Carrigan and that you would kind of just be getting to this corridor where your sight is Joshua holding one up with another one either their left, your right, on the ground, incapacitated.
What the fuck, did they attack you?
Securing a corridor to secure your dad, doing my job.
Yep. What are their uniforms look like, Chris? Do an observation.
Yeah, give me an observation.
Can I just ask the guy who he's with?
It depends.
At the look, it just looks like generic grey, like flight suits. Nothing.
Oh, sweet.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing military. It just looks kind of like just kind of plain grey.
Okay.
Carrigan, you want to just ask them? Okay. I would say try think how this person, because he's just had his mate murdered beside him. Got a gun on.
Yep.
Carrigan also has like that command skill, right?
I do have command, but I've come in and been like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
I would say at this point, just with it being so quick, their attention is very much on the gun that Joshua has pointed at them. And they look as if they're trying to, but there's just that stuttering and stammering as just so much has fucking happened to them right fucking now.
I don't know. Seems like that hostile third party we were warned about.
You
Keep going.
You don't know that. Everyone is jumping to shit. Oh, I hate everything. Can I authority him?
Authority.
Tell him that's
You
what it's
will
called. It's called
respect my
authority.
Authority him.
Sure. Yes. You can.
Okay.
And you're
So I invoke my authority as a colonial marshal. And I roll command.
yes.
Okay. Who are you with? I got 2.
You got two successes. As the
I'll even. Hey, Colonial Marshal Carrigan Mackenzie. Who are you with?
God.
My ship name.
Oh my God, we have a gun on him.
Yeah.
No, just
Shoot first, ask never. This is what everybody else in my party is doing.
Okay. There's a lot of they are finding it physically difficult to get the words out. It's not that they're trying to not answer. It's just there's a
I
lot
understand.
going on. Right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
insane,
who am I with? What is my name? What are my decisions in life?
what led me here to this moment? And how could I have changed that?
I would think since she's using like her talent specifically for it, it would overwrite that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there's
He's given the flavor of the
okay.
setting the scene.
Yeah.
Setting the scene.
So there's definitely a lot of kind of like stuttering and stuff like that, but they do eventually say that they are with the IAC. Which,
I don't know what that is, but it's Carrigan.
You wouldn't know actually. Who would actually know? Do you know what, Joshua? You would actually know who this is. Tavin would have known who this is because Tavin would have done work with him. But Joshua, actually, do you know what, Joshua? Give me a D20 roll. 11 and above. You worked with Tavin on this mission or this job, and would know who this is.
Hey, the player don't know who this is.
Okay.
17.
The IAC, you know as the Independent Anisadora Colony. You done a job with Tavin, just as a kind of Tavin was going on a job, you had free time, you just tagged along kind of thing. This group of people kind of weirded you out, and that's why you remember them. As what you know from them from a couple of years ago from meeting some of them is they believe that the stories of the Anisadora ship that was a salvage ship that had been just lost, that the stories and the rumors that were put out weren't true, and that the Anisadora was somehow linked to what happened at Sevastopol.
Okay, so they're conspiracy theorists and like salvage artists?
they're not necessarily the salvage. They're but conspiracy theorists of the Anisadora. There was a cover up and things had happened, and they're
Okay.
trying to spread word that like the governments and the higher ups are trying to tell lies to the public about what had happened and what the Anisadora had found and everything like that.
And how
Okay.
the governments are putting fluoride in the water so that they can scan your teeth when you're talking.
Well,
and-
everybody knows that already. There's also tracking chips that are put into vaccines
Yeah.
so that like
Right.
they can
Yeah,
make sure they
exactly.
know where everything is.
5G
Bottom
is still a thing.
line, they got a ship. They got a ship, most likely.
Ship.
That's what I want. So I'm gonna look at the kid and go, kid, older man, woman, what are we looking at?
This looks kind of just like kind of mid to late 20s, just guy, just looks as if he's not paid enough to do this shit.
I'm gonna look at him and go, where's your ship and how many in your crew?
We parked at a dock, and we have about 12. We have about
11.
10 of us now.
Okay. I'm gonna put myself in front of this guy and be like, hey, so things look bad. Things are real bad, and it's not us. And that aside, very sorry. There is a big creature on board, and it bleeds acid, and it'll bore a hole through the station or anything it touches, and then I'm gonna pull my suit down to show him my acid burn, and be like, it's real bad. Will your people be friendly?
He, as you kind of approach and put yourself kind of front, hold on, I'm trying to find
Honey
something.
versus vinegar, guys.
Been the exact opposite this whole time.
No, I haven't.
I'm so confused.
What have I? Well, how many people have I just fucking shot?
That's very fucking
Shooting
true.
is not
No,
vinegar.
it's fine.
Shooting is shot.
Listen, every person I've met, I have put my hand out to and said, hey, I'm Colonial Marshal Carrigan Mackenzie. It's been the same every time. Tried to talk to them and gotten back
the whole time.
Well, I haven't been shooting people as a greeting either.
Okay.
I've been introducing myself, and they have responded to me with "fuck you." So
fair.
As you kind of do you still have your dad? Like you just like full on?
Yeah!
Okay, me. As you ask that, a confused look
understandable.
kind of goes across his
Completely understandable
face as he looks at your dad and then looks at you and says, what happened to Sean? And at that moment, I need you all to roll a panic roll for me, please.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I got a nervous stress. Guess what?
Okay.
They freeze.
Everybody's
stress level goes up by 2.
Yep.
Oh wait, mine already went up.
I'm at 9 stress.
I'm at
I don't know about
7.
this.
Jamie,
I'm completely frozen. Yeah.
you get struck by this wave of fear as all 4 of you, well, 5 including your dad, see this guy's chest just
Oh.
explode as this very long, black, barb-like tail
Fuck.
comes
Ooh.
through the chest of this kid. As
Oh,
you
no.
all are just stunned in fear as you see this black, sleek black, elongated skull of a creature just appear behind this person. So 3 of you can still move. Jamie, you're frozen for a round, so that's what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Something like that,
Yeah.
I think.
Can I shoot it? I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, around is 5 to 10 seconds.
Hold on. I've got this. Is I'm
Bang,
reading
bang.
what it did.
I get the feeling that it's not gonna stop just at 1. And that is a worrying thing.
You'd
Well, yeah,
think that, but what this actually does is that exact thing.
Oh, so he was just hungry and grabbing a Snickers.
Yeah, it didn't feel itself.
He's hangry.
Yeah, it basically just like this is it's it basically it's just I need this one
Now, this doesn't
Awesome.
have to do with anything that Chris is talking about, but Docs has shared a GIF in our game chat, and you cannot tell me that that don't look like a dick.
Oh, it
I'm
does.
gonna be entirely honest with you. Hava. If people didn't tell me that it had phallic inspiration, I would not pick up on this.
That's weird to me. That looks like an uncircumcised penis.
What?
That would be terrifying to look at.
I mean, obviously they don't open up and bite, but the general shape and the little hood.
Yeah.
I don't.
What?
I mean, I get you. I know what you're getting at, 100%.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't understand.
Thank you. Thank you, Levita. If I said your handle wrong, I apologize. Yes. H.R. Geiger, the person who created that
Yes.
look. It's all either phallic or yonic. Yonic
Yep.
is phallic. That's the male.
Well, yeah, I'm saying if somebody hadn't told me, I wouldn't have seen it.
That's why they're danger dildos.
Though the face hookers, I totally get that. That just is
Those
straight
are
up.
they're very vagina dentata.
They're very on the nose. But like the aliens, not once in my life did I think it looked like that until I was streaming Alien Isolation, and my friend goes, "Hey, did you know?"
You didn't think it was xenomorphs? Like, even though, like, immediately, I was like, yep, that's, I saw that.
No, I was a very sheltered child, Docs.
That's true. We discussed that a couple times.
But in adulthood, you have never mind. I'll stop. We're gonna stop.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what happens, Chris?
Yeah. So at that moment, as you are all effectively sprayed with the blood of this person, there is a loud, almost whoosh and thud as the creature takes this person up through a vent where blood just
blood shower.
pours out of the vent system into the floor of this corridor.
I always thought you were supposed to keep the blood inside your body.
Does Andrea say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
I thought, but I can't not say it. It's the problem. It's the problem. I can't play serious characters, have I? I can't do it.
All right, so kid's dead. We have the xenomorph there. Do we get to react, or is it still doing its tear it apart kind of vibe?
Oh, it's in the vent. That's what I took from that.
Oh,
It didn't
yeah,
come
yeah,
down.
yeah.
It just pulled him up.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
trying to get it in my head there.
I completely understand.
Well, you did see it because it came from behind, and then both went into the vent.
Okay.
All right, so we have a second before we need to hustle ass, right?
Yeah, I would say that you because at the moment, or you would have 10 seconds because Jamie is currently frozen in place, so he is not moving for like a 10-second little window after this has happened.
I just
Okay.
imagined like everyone else kind of jumped back from the blood, but Jamie.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you know what? Give me a D20. 11 and above, you don't get covered.
All right.
I just assumed we were all covered in blood.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought
you
we
have,
all got
like, a
sprayed with the guy's
spraying-
blood.
You all got sprayed
Okay.
with the tail attack, but this
Okay.
is
But, like,
Jamie
most people would
underneath.
try and block some
Yeah.
of it on
Like,
instinct.
I'm holding my father's body.
Like, are we below the blood shower or just adjacent?
Well, that's
think
where
we're
we're thinking.
I don't think we
No.
can physically be under it.
You weren't physically under it. You all kind of, when this happened and the spray happened, just took a step back. Jamie being frozen in place, it was more to see if he was going to be under the red shower, but you were not under the red shower. You do not get covered. But you are left just kind of staring blankly at this now pool of red blood kind of just on the floor underneath as it slowly begins to drip from the vents.
Oh.
But yes, after about 10 seconds, and Jamie kind of then gets control of his faculties back.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with their friendlies. Because you said my dad's name like he was an old buddy. So no more shooting people without talking. Eye contact with Joshua. Right?
Sure.
Yeah. And we're gonna now let me introduce myself to the people that looked like that. This is hushed. This is not like, well, what do I know? I was stress 7. I'll let Chris decide that.
No, yeah,
I'm
it could be hushed.
Sean Mackenzie's daughter from now on. Okay, you're my friends, and I am Sean Mackenzie's daughter.
Carrigan.
So, hold on. As she's saying this, I want to bust open the med kit and start passing around some stress reducing drugs. It's the what is it? The Nabulib, yeah. I've got a couple doses of that to kind of pass around because we're all getting kind of
Way out of control here with the stress. What is it? What does it take it down to? Does it
Zero.
completely?
Clears.
Okay, great.
Completely goes away.
Yeah.
I will take it.
Goodness.
Okay.
What do you think I've been using it the whole time? There's like the only bad thing is if you use 2 of them in a shift and then you have
This-
-1 agility.
I have never gone above 3 stress in this entire game.
Well, let's try
I've been
again.
reading the book this entire time to see if something would happen if I reached 10.
Josh will
I'm
be
so
using
close.
combat drugs on missions, so he'll be passing them around.
Yeah.
Carrigan.
Yeah.
Give me a mobility roll, please.
But Chris, No, it's fine.
Okay.
My mobility is 0.
I have a question. Does this mobility stuff happen before or after the napper leave?
After the napper leave. After the napper leave and after the conversation he's just had. Carrigan, you are taken aback as you hear a pop and something impact the wall behind you or beside your head. As you turn to kind of down the corridor, you see 2 armed people face with weapons pointed, ready to take aim, as the 5 of you are currently standing with blood and a dead body of their comrade.
I'm Carrigan Mackenzie!
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah. The minute that plug hits, Josh will turn around and letting off a round.
Yeah, Andrea's shooting.
Josh, we're working right now.
Okay. Give me range attacks.
I'm just gonna scream, I'm with Sean!
Hi, going.
Okay.
There you go. Push.
Yes. This impact happens and Carrigan just yells out who she is and who she is with. Carrigan, your yells are drowned out by the sudden gunfire that is let off as Joshua and Andrea kind of...
By all means, let's fire to the thing that is apparently following our fucking noises.
And no one.
You just got shot at.
Okay, so Andrea, you do hit one of them.
Yeah.
You're too far to know if it was enough or not, but you do know that you struck one of them. Joshua, you do strike kind of like 2, maybe a third. Again, at this distance, you don't really know. But I will say that once this happens, other ones do begin kind of just open fire down this corridor. So I will need mobility rolls and what the plan is.
Okay, mobility rolls.
As in,
Have they completely fucked the ability to talk to these people at all?
I mean, I wouldn't say never, but in this instance, like, they are not going to stop right this very minute with anything.
I got 2 successes on mobility.
Okay. Success.
Oh no.
Poor Jamie.
Oh no! Poor sweet baby.
Okay.
I push.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so everybody got successes. So what is your plan? Are you just dodging bullets, or are you going to try and get out of this corridor, like out of shooting range kind of thing?
I'll say for Jamie, because he doesn't have training or anything, he's just gonna jump to the ground. He's just trying to get out of the way of the bullets. He doesn't know how gunfights work.
Can I shoot into the vent?
Sure. Give me a range. Okay, yeah, you fire into the vent.
My hope there was to track the thing, jump down, and hopefully it'd go after not us.
Okay.
If we want to be fucking crazy and just... And so I was blasting.
I would say nothing happens right now, but
That's fair.
you do succeed in firing into the
Great.
there.
I feel so wonderful about that, Chris.
But yeah, so well, and also I mean, dare mess you up even more. Because Jamie is technically just dropped to the ground. That means you are now holding your dad alone.
Yep.
So, no, I would say because did you know you got a 1 success, didn't you?
To mobility?
Yeah.
Yeah,
1
let's
success.
see.
Yeah, she got
Yeah,
one
Yeah.
success.
one.
I will say with that success, depending on what you are wanting to do, whether you're trying to kind of get out the way, I'll let the mobility kind of be that you can kind of take the weight and either shift or move or whatever you want to do.
I can't like scream out in a command. I am Sean Mackenzie's daughter. I have Sean Mackenzie with me. Ceasefire. Will that do anything? Probably not. I don't.
Well, the thing with it is, with technically this being combat,
Yeah.
you would have to do it to each one because it's
Okay.
one person, and I would have to give. So I would say
Yep.
just so that you don't have to waste and get the chance of panic rolls. I would
Yep.
say that for Carrigan, she would know that Joshua and Andrea have kind of, in this instance, kind of fucked that plan for you. So it's not
then
worth
the only thing that Carrigan's gonna be focused on right now, because she's mad as fuck, is just making sure her dad doesn't take any gunfire,
Okay.
even if that means blocking him with her body.
I would say with the success and with everything that's going on, you would be able to kind of, because at this point you guys are at the original crossroads again, so you can just like go to the left or go to the right and take your dad down a corridor, and get him to safety. With your mobility roll and them being effectively attached to you, it would be the same roll that would pass on to him. I'll no make him make another one. So you are able to kind of get your dad safe. You just have to decide whether you're going to the left, going to the right, you're going to try and get back up. It's your choice which way you want to go. And that goes with everybody else. It's up to everybody else whether these are going one way, you're going the other way. The only person that's done something currently is Jamie, who's just fucking hit the deck.
I guess are there any sort of like outcroppings to take cover behind, or are we just is this an open hallway?
It's kind of just like an open hallway apart from like the other corridors on either side of you.
Okay, I rolled 2 successes. Can I grab Jamie and pull him around the corner with me?
You'd have to give me a strength roll.
Okay. I push. Nope. I'll get it.
I would say that as you go to try and grab him, you, with your mobility roll, you are still able to get yourself out of kind of the firing range, but you are unable to grab hold of Jamie and pull him.
Okay, I'll just say, kid, get around the corner.
Okay, so does that make you and Carrigan, have you started to like aside?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so
It's more just like getting a direct line
Yeah.
of fire.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I don't mean that he's have ran down the corridor. It's just that you've kind of
No.
jumped into either the left corridor or the right corridor kind of thing. So yeah, both of you are able to kind of dart round the kind of corner of the corridor. Jamie's on the deck. Joshua, what are you doing in this instance?
Looking on the container and taking a one knee firing position to cover fire while everybody retreats.
Okay. The three of you and your dad are able to get into but the only one that's still basically sitting duck is Jamie. But with Joshua, you kind of take up posts and start giving kind of covering fire. I will say, without having to roll, you are able to take some part of the attention. But Jamie, you are very much still in the fucking middle of gunfire as they are just beginning to not necessarily unload is a bit thing because that suggests that it's like semi-automatic. This is kind of just like it's like pop, 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 pop as like different guns are going off. So what are you? Are you just staying there, frozen? Because at the moment, Joshua is giving you some form of covering fire. He's giving you an opportunity to.
I don't know if Jamie would recognize that though.
No, that's totally
Did you
fine.
hear Andrea
Well,
when
it's
she was
Andrea
like,
telling him to move his ass.
Over the
Can't get around the corner.
gunshots? I don't know. Would he have heard that?
Give me observation. We'll see.
No.
No, he
did not.
No, it's just
It's a small corridor
Yep.
and confined space with lots of gunshots. I think Jamie would start to try and crawl away, but he's so focused on staying low to the ground instead of moving fast. He's trying to just stay out of the way, but he's gonna try and crawl towards the group.
Okay. Give me another mobility.
All right.
Okay.
One success.
Yeah, you're able to crawl out of kind of like the immediate danger into kind of like the safety of just round one of the corridors. So yeah, the five of you do find yourselves kind of just around Joshua. As all of you are now kind of around this corridor, you do see that they do begin to advance in a kind of somewhat safe, because again, it's a open corridor, there's nowhere that they can really hide, but you can count about 4 of them as they begin to advance up this corridor. So
Are they done shooting for now as they're advancing, or are they shooting as they're coming down the corridor?
I would say that each time Joshua is trying to kind of keep an eye on them, they are continuously trying to hit Joshua. But they're not like all unloading. It's much more kind of thought out.
Much more deliberate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Carrigan and be like, "Get them to the ship. It's got to be a ship down that way. There's another airlock down that way. Go."
Jamie's gonna go because he was told what to do.
Jamie, help Carrigan get her dad down the thing.
So I'm gonna switch to from covering fire to actually taking them out now because they're moving too close. Also, we keep their heads down, but now I'm gonna start dropping them.
I would say before you make that decision, as you've said that to Carrigan, it'd be a case of like, would you do that before seeing what Carrigan's going to do, or would you just?
No, I tell Garen what to do, and I start dropping people.
Okay.
Because that's his other training MO.
Okay. Well, as you do start kind of doing that, it would be Carrigan. Are you allowing kind of Jamie to then start? Because like if
what
you
else
don't
can
move,
I
then
do?
that's it.
I can't diffuse the situation, right?
I think we're kind of past that, unfortunately.
I mean, no, I don't want to help.
What I said.
Like 3 people have already gotten shot.
Okay. Okay, Joshua, give me your ranged attacks.
I'd like to cover for Joshua in case somebody gets close enough. But I won't be
There's
firing
one.
unless
And I have a semi-auto rifle, so let me know how many shots you want me to take.
With 3 successes is a pretty decent roll. Is the semi-automatic make a difference?
No, it's just I don't have to bolt and reload.
Yeah.
I can just keep shooting.
No, that's fine. We'll say is see. Okay, yeah. You are able to hit. I'd say you're able to hit 2 of the 4. As they kind of like, one immediately falls to the ground, the other one kind of staggers back. As you kind of hit them, kind of in the upper chest, kind of shoulder area. But the other 2, seeing this, do begin open fire on you. So I need you to give me a mobility roll, but you'll have a +2 because you're technically covered by this the corner. Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of avoid their gunshots. Carrigan and Jamie. I will say it actually. Hold on. But the 2 of you are able to kind of begin dragging your dad down the corridor, kind of towards. I would say that this is kind of back going towards see where like your like the terminals and all that kind of stuff where this is kind of like going towards this sort of kind of towards that area.
I'm just trying to go and make sure to not drop her dad. And I guess looking for any signs of where a ship would be.
Okay. Give me observation.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I pushed it, still fucking failed. Alright.
Carrigan, you can also give observation. While kind of trying to look for.
At 3.
That's how it's done. Yeah. As you kind of get to this main sort of like information terminal kind of section where you had originally tried to get, you are able to get kind of map information of where to go for the likes of like the cargo bay, the kind of other airlocks and stuff like that. So like it kind of gives you the information that there's 2 points where ships can be brought in. It's where the Martha in that sort of area, or kind of at your hangar, your cargo base sort of area. But you are able to get that.
I guess I'd be looking towards whatever is closest to us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would say with just on this, getting to like the cargo and hangar would probably be the safest route, because to get to the other one, you would have to go back to where all this is going on behind you, and you would have to try and get back through that to get back to where like Martha and stuff like that is. So you would, just on that kind of knowledge, you would know just heading down this direction towards kind of like the other end of the ship, which isn't that far. It's not a massive big station, but that would be your safest route to kind of getting just away from the gunfire.
Yeah.
Jamie is fully following Carrigan's lead and is very much like bug-eyed and panicked at this point.
Yeah. No, that's totally fine. I would say between you are able to kind of like, again, Jamie, you're like just, you're still slightly kind of panicked with whatever it is, even though it's not necessarily impacting anything. Like it is.
My panic's already back up by 2.
Yeah. But yeah, you're able to do that. As I'll say, as you kind of get to the kind of cargo bay, if you can give me one more observation roll, and this is more just to see what's here, not necessarily just for a ship, but just
When
kind of.
I had to push it.
Okay.
Nothing.
Oh no, just Jamie and Carrigan. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
So that's fine.
I got 1 success and I'm keeping it together.
Yeah, 1 success and 1 success. So yeah, you are able to kind of get to this other end of the station where like the hangar, the cargo bay and stuff like that is. You have a kind of look around. There's no one currently in this section of the station. And it does appear that even though there isn't necessarily a ship, there are emergency pods that are available and functional.
So if I put someone in an emergency pod and shoot them off and they're in the condition that he's in, what happens?
I'm
asking because it would play into Carrigan's decision making. You know what I'm saying?
I would think it wouldn't make him worse.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
But it's also he's not in cryo sleep, so if he's gonna die, he's gonna die.
It's one of
it
those
wouldn't make
ones
it worse.
I don't think that it would make it worse. But like, is he floating in space for an undetermined amount of time to no particular area?
Well, you can technically like set course, but it would just time it if like another ship was to pick him up or anything like that. Like you could time it to like go out in a certain direction with the knowledge that you can then.
But if there's no cryo bay, no cryopods on it, then it's as good as sticking him in there to die over.
Yeah, it would be very much relying on like even another ship getting because these would broadcast like an emergency signal, like an SOS. So it would then thing me down to if another ship would get the emergency broadcast, or if you guys would get out or anything like that.
Crapshoot.
Yeah, it's pretty much just whether or not you're willing to risk. Kind of, it would be a 50-50, I would say. Like that's your best odds I could give you.
Yeah. She wouldn't be putting him in an escape pod. It's Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
Like, there's just as much odds that she's sending him to his death as not. And that's not really, despite what people think, it's not really how she operates.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I think Jamie would get in one of these pods, even by himself, because he can't help the group at this point. He doesn't know how to shoot things. He doesn't know how to help the aliens. His ship is sunk at this point.
So you just get in a pod by yourself?
I think Jamie would, yeah.
Okay, Carrigan's going to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm running away. I can't help you. I can't do anything. I can't fight those people with guns. I can't fight the alien thing.
All right, have fun starving to death in your escape pod then. I'm going to continue off with my dad.
I'm getting in an escape pod.
Okay.
Have Andrea and I arrived at the hangar yet?
Well, were you? I was just about to come back to you to see if you were
okay.
Because at the moment you yourself were trying to take out,
Right.
so it would determine how long before you do is turn around and start, making your way that way.
It really depends on what Andrea's gonna do. That's what then Joshua will do what he does after her move. Because right now Joshua is trying to eliminate the threat to secure the team.
Okay, if we're retreating, then we'll retreat. But yeah, we'll start following them down then.
Okay.
A tactical retreat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's only 2 left right now that we're
We could
worried
take
about.
them, though. We could take 2 of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Joshua's going to react to what Andrea does because right now he's on target. So whatever Andrea does, Joshua's going to do what he can to protect her.
Oh. We can take out those 2.
So if she shoots, he's probably going to do the same thing. Right? Well, then that's on you.
Okay.
Well, that way they don't follow and hurt Carrigan.
She takes the shot. Joshua's going to shoot too.
You can actually shoot and retreat.
Yeah,
one's
that's
a
what I
slow
was.
actions, one's a fast action.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But if Andrea's going to take the shot, that's what Joshua's going to do too.
Yeah. I shot.
Yeah, one.
No problem at all. Yeah, so 3 successes and 1 successes. Again, I would say that you are able to like make hits. While you guys are retreating, they do like visibly like one goes down, and like the other one does take the hit. So you are able to kind of stop them in their tracks. As you are now kind of able to begin heading down the corridor, in the direction. You don't quite know exactly where Carrigan and that went, but you know they started going down this corridor.
So if we go down this corridor and we find a ship, that's likely where they went.
Question. Do I need to roll a strength check since I am now carrying my dad by myself?
Yes, give me a strength check. Yeah, no, you're fine. With the kind of, I wouldn't say, I'll just say the emotion of the conversation.
Adrenaline fueled.
Everything just kind of like goes straight into that kind of like, fuck it, I'm on my own then, and just everything just fucking works your way. Jamie, give me a comtech for you starting the pod, jumping in the pod, and
not piloting.
Well, this isn't a pilot. This is a pod. This is a put in and fucking it jettisons you off.
You're fucking kidding me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The dice have a story to tell, and it isn't run away.
That's not your friend right now.
The best thing about it is just as you rolled that, I looked at like Discord, and the face that Haba made was like the epitome of fucking karma. It was fucking beautiful.
He hasn't done anything wrong. He's just running away. Literally done nothing. Jamie's done nothing wrong.
Let me explain, because nobody seems to really get where I've tried to go with Carrigan. Everybody has done wrong. Josh and Andre are full up murdering people who have admitted that they know my dad. So that's a friendly to me, and we have no other information. And they're going on the fact
They
that
shot at
Jack
you.
Powell, going on the fact that Jack Powell said that there were hostiles. We don't know that these are the hostiles. We don't know. Like, he knows they're the IAC, and then I know that they know my dad. But we just open murder them, even though I was like, stop. And the other thing that Carrigan absolutely cannot abide is cowardice. It was her biggest problem with Tavin.
Nope.
Hey,
You
hey,
abandoned her to save yourself. I just need everybody to be
on the same
on the page that I'm on now.
Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And I would say to
understand where
that,
you're coming
Jamie,
from.
Jamie
But-
stowed away on what he thought was a scrapping chip.
Yeah.
He didn't sign up for any of this.
Not Carrigan's
gonna-
fucking fault. She
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's one of those ones where like everybody is going by their characters, and it's just hilarious to just see how like oil and water everything is when everybody
just-
does their own fucking thing.
I wanted to let you know I wasn't going to fire, and then they fired at you, and I was like, no.
So I will say, as Joshua and Andrea begin making their way, Carrigan, you have this sort of interaction with Jamie, and you kind of just like, well, fuck off then, and
Yeah.
you kind of just like heave your dad to try and thing it, and then
Yeah.
it's at that moment where you do hear the kind of decommission basically of this pod as the door kind of opens again, and Jamie is kind of just still sitting there as everything
I'm
kind of
fucking
Hey.
ignoring him. He does not exist anymore. If he wants to come talk to me, he can certainly try. But I'm continuing on trying to find a safe ship for my dad.
nope, that's fine. Yeah,
So that's all up to whatever
yeah.
Jamie decides to
Yeah.
do.
So Jamie, you kind of begin just pressing buttons to try and set some resemblance of a course away from here. The door closes with a hiss. You kind of start getting yourself strapped in, and the inside of the pod just goes red with a red light, as the system just shuts down and the door reopens.
I think Jamie's gonna basically just go comatose at that point. He's just gonna stop moving.
That's totally fair.
He's beyond the point. He got cut open by a monster alien. He's got shot at. He doesn't know how to deal with this. His one escape just stopped.
Yeah.
So
No, that's fair. I can see that just being the
stowed away on what he thought was just a regular ass
Mhm.
cargo ship.
Jamie is the epitome of that's why you don't assume, because when you assume you make
Yeah.
an ass out of you
Yep.
and me.
Oh, definitely.
So
So yeah, I think he's just gonna crawl onto the ground and curl up at that point.
fair enough. Carrigan, can you give me an observation roll, please? 4 successes and 1 panic. Oh, totally
I'm
fine.
totally fine.
Totally fine. Totally fucking fine. Like you're
I didn't even know you could roll a 0.
yeah, like
That's how little she fucking cares.
I was gonna say, like, this is almost it's autopilot with consciousness. Like, it's just like every part of your like your work, your history is just falling perfectly into everything you need to do is just fucking happening. You do begin kind of looking through, just trying to find something. The only thing that is there is an airlock, but the other side of the airlock is closed and doesn't have, like, there's no window to see what's on the other
Whether
side.
it's into space
Yeah.
or to a ship.
Yeah, but there is...
I would assume it would have some type of indication if something was docked.
I mean, there is a computer system. Like, you would be able to think. I'm just saying, in this, the only thing that
On
you can
site.
see in this
Yeah.
hangar is, or this cargo kind of bay is like an airlock. Or I would say that with 4 successes, there's 2 airlocks that are currently within here. And I would say with all that, this would probably be the moment that actually no, give Joshua and Andrea, give me... So did I give observation or did I go with wits to see if you would... Give me observation first. 1 success and 1 success. Okay. You'll also be able to find the map system and all that kind of stuff. That kind of points out that there's your kind of cargo bay hangar area and stuff like that down this side of the ship. That in the direction that Carrigan and that had headed. So with your observations, you would be able to head in that same direction. So it'd be round about this time that you guys would be arriving at the hangar, and you would find Carrigan with her dad themselves, kind of within this cargo bay, kind of looking towards the airlocks, not necessarily going, but having seen them.
Can I rush
Jamie on
up
the
to try
ground.
and... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Jamie on the ground, I take it.
He curled up in
Yeah,
the
he's
EV,
in the EV, so
so
you don't see him. You just see Carrigan and
Okay.
her dad.
Can I rush up to help Kerrigan, like, carry her dad?
If she does that, Kerrigan's gonna push her away.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a sweep of the area and make sure it's safe.
Okay,
Just kind of scope it out.
you give me an observation. Okay, same again, as you kind of like look around, there isn't any like anything immediate danger. There's no other people here or anything like that. What you do see is the escape pod. That I would say you would see the kind of like the red light, but with Jamie kind of curled up on the floor, you wouldn't see Jamie still within. But you also see the airlocks and just everything else in here just looks like your generic kind of hangar cargo bay. There's boxes and shelving and stuff like that.
I'm gonna go check the. Well, I saw Andrea go to Carrigan. I'm gonna head over to the escape pod that's got the red light on because that's not normal.
Okay. Yeah, as you go over, you will see effectively a deactivated escape pod, or a malfunctioned escape pod, and you would see Jamie just frozen, comatose in a ball on the ground.
I'm gonna like one hand on the rifle. I'm gonna reach in and kind of grab his shoulder and be like, "Hey, kid, come on! It's not over yet."
Jamie would probably lash out and try and swing at him. But it's also Jamie, so he's not
Right.
he's not really a fighter.
Well, give me a close combat anyway.
Of course, now I fucking succeed.
2 successes.
Of course.
Give me a mobility
Not-
roll, Joshua. With you,
Not
because you.
Comtech, which I have significantly more points in.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You do take. Wait, that's agility. Did you do mobility?
Oh, my bad. I clicked the wrong one. My bad.
Selling yourself short.
That's
There you
better.
go. So, you do see it coming, and you are able to kind of parry it somewhat, but it does still kind of give you one on the shoulder kind of thing as it just sort of tries
Right.
to. It's that kind of just like panicked fight out kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, it's me, Joshua. Get the fuck up. We're almost out of here. And then I'm gonna let the Andrea Carrigan thing play out.
Okay. Yeah. We head back over. Andrea, you have kind of gotten to Carrigan, and as you go to help, she effectively just kind of pushes you back, kind of blocks you from helping.
Carrigan, what? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Do you need help carrying your dad?
I'm fine, Agent Maxwell.
Okay. Don't know what I did to deserve that.
Open fire on a bunch of people that maybe have the information that we fucking need. Seem to know something about my dad. And then, Jamie goes and locks himself in a fucking escape pod that says, oh, I can't help. I'm just gonna leave. So if I'm gonna be on my own, I'm on my fucking own.
Okay, so
if you
I opened
want
fire
to
because they
help
shot
me,
you.
I don't care. You guys wholesale opened fire and murdered a bunch of people. The entirety of this mission, I have been made to be the overbelling, hot-headed, bullshit spewing asshole. And it's not me. So, Agent Maxwell, I'm fine, thank you. I understand that you believe that everybody on this station is hostile because that's what Jack Powell told you. Never mind that somehow your fucking rapist just happened to be on the station we're going to.
That he didn't send us to. We went
But did you tell him we came here?
I got confirmation after we were already on the station. What? Do you think he just keeps track of everybody who's done something wrong to me this entire...
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you what Weyland-Yutani is up to, but I can tell you this, that I didn't even earn the chance to prove to you that I would be there for you.
What are you talking
You ran
about?
off to Weyland-Yutani. You ran off to Weyland-Yutani without a fucking word. Didn't let me try to help you. Had absolutely zero trust in me. And you have all the fucking trust in the world for Weyland-Yutani. It's bullshit. And I'm so done with it.
That's really what you think?
I don't understand how you could think that I could see it differently.
I've gone over this a few times with you now, but if you'd like me to go over it again, I can.
You can try to explain it as much as you want to, Agent Maxwell. But at the end of the day, you chose strangers at a corporation over your friend, over your partner. says all that it has to. You told me what happened to you. I asked for information. You refused to give it to me. You have zero trust in me.
I haven't given that information to anyone, Carrigan.
So,
did you open?
you
Hold on. No.
zero trust in me.
Did you then take the information I gave you and what did you do with it?
I did the best I could with the resources that I have, which gave me a big fucking shit all of nothing.
So when I want to confide in my friend, I have to be worried
When
that
you told an
it's
officer
going
of the
to-
law that a violent crime happened against you.
See, I didn't want to talk to an officer of the law. I wanted to talk to my friend.
I hate to break this up, but Airlock's got a ship. So if we're gonna move, we're gonna move now.
Okay.
We can move this on ship once Carrigan's dad's secure, and then we'll hash out all the bullshit then. That's got a ship. And then I'm gonna try and like snatch Jamie up.
After being yelled at by, he would focus on the fact that it's Joshua and just kind of go into autopilot for whatever he told him to do.
Okay.
Like he isn't thinking, he's just doing what he's told at this point as well, because he tried to run away and it didn't work.
So you're all heading towards the airlock? Yeah, okay.
I'll be kind of in the rear, securing everybody.
I wasn't quite looking at Discord, so I never saw everybody nod. Okay.
I was trying to mute so I wouldn't laugh.
No, you're okay. You're good. And it's just that instance where like nobody vocally answered, and it was like
Yeah, we all went.
everybody just nodded where I was still looking at the Discord, and I couldn't see anybody's face. It was like so what? So yeah. After Joshua kind of checks and sees that there's a ship in the airlock while everything was going on, he lets you know, and you begin heading towards the airlock. I need everybody to give me an observation roll.
Yeah, 4.
4 successes, 2 successes, 3 successes, and 1 success.
One success and a panic. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. As the 4 plus your dad are moving towards the airlock, all of you hear this thud, and to your right, closer to the entrance that you came in, kind of standing or beginning to stand itself to its full height, you see the long, sleek, black, skeletal body of this creature. And it gives out this ear-piercing hiss. I need all of you to roll a panic roll, please.
Lovely.
I'm fine.
You's all
Everyone
fucking
kept
done
it
well.
together.
Well done, guys. That's probably the best.
Why'd you roll a d20?
She has bonus stuff for stress or panics.
Yep.
Yeah. In one of the earlier episodes, the rule is that if you roll like above a 7, and while you're in that panic,
13.
or 13, and you're in, no, this is the more panic one.
Oh.
This is the one that if you roll a panic and it's above a 7, and then while you're in that panic, you have to make another panic roll.
Mm,
You then gain mental
You
trauma.
gain an additional trauma.
okay.
So this is because the trauma I rolled was amnesia, and that wouldn't really work. We homebrewed something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or we
Okay,
have a
so-
giant xenomorph at the entrance, huh?
Yeah.
Like the entrance we came in, so not the airlock.
No, this is
Yeah,
not
the
the airlock.
entrance.
This is the entrance that you guys had came in from, like the rest of the station. So
Okay.
like this is like if you guys are hold on. You guys can just come here quickly. Never mind the ship.
Never mind the ship.
Yeah, I'm drawing.
Yeah, draw
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Ah, dang, we're already 30 minutes past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the entrance that you came
I need
in.
to-
Okay.
There's Xeno guy.
Oh Lord!
Stop adding more. It's not making it any better, Chris. It's not making it any
It's
better.
okay. I can fix it.
There's your two airlocks. There's the emergency bunker, the EVA thing, and you guys are probably all about this kind of section. Okay, so that's where you guys are. So yeah, at that moment,
Sorry, I just read chat.
hold on, I can actually. Sure, I can time it if I put on this one.
Don't be sorry.
There you go.
It was great.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
hilarious.
There you go. Chat can
Right.
see. There's Xenomorph and the shit that's happening here. Yeah, you guys are currently
Well, that's where we are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep sprinting towards the airlock because I don't have a gun, so
okay.
nothing I can do about the xenomorph.
Okay. What are the rest of you planning on doing?
I'm trying to get my dad to the airlock.
Okay, so you're all going to start going towards this airlock. Okay. I need everybody to give me a mobility roll, please.
You kidding me?
Mobility?
The fuck?
Ooh.
God, I don't have any items. I have nothing. Dude,
You dropped yourself.
Yeah. You drop your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna
I'm
say.
wearing dude, it's all one piece.
Okay, so
You drop a deuce.
0,
So
1 success, 2 success.
Oh, everyone.
Oh,
Okay.
also, Joshua, I guess because you're standing closest, you hear an auto injector go off?
Okay. Before I make my mobility roll, Chris, the escape pods are on the west wall then,
Yes. Yeah, that's the
and they're
escape.
open essentially.
Yeah, well,
Like the door is
the
open.
door is still currently open with the red light.
Okay, is there another one that's open on that
There's
wall?
only this one.
Okay, this is gonna be dumb, but Instead of moving to the airlock, because it's going to take a second to cycle, Joshua is going to try and lure the xenomorph towards him and trying to get him towards the airlock or the escape pod.
Okay.
And try and trap the motherfucker so he doesn't eat his friends.
Right. Well, give me a mobility roll.
Gotcha.
Okay, 2. Okay. And with that, we have. Let me switch back. Everybody's seen the fun. With that, we have Andrea and Carrigan. Right, so this is the situation we have. Andrea, Carrigan, and our dad are currently making their way towards the airlock. Joshua is now making his way towards the escape pod, and Jamie is currently just standing there, dropping his soul, and all
that's the other thing.
ability.
Just say cribbed, man. He dropped himself. He doesn't have anything to drop, so he drops himself.
So what we'll do is a 1, its attention is on Joshua. A 2, its attention is on Jamie. And 3, its attention is on Carrigan. So /R 1d3. It's a 2.
It's holy shit, this episode for Jamie.
Yeah.
Jesus,
That works.
everything is going.
So yes, Carrigan and Andrea, you guys are able to get across to the airlock, and Joshua, you are able to get across to the escape pod, try and get its attention. Unfortunately, it sees what normally a hunter or a predator would seek for prey. It is now found the smallest, weakest, sort of on the deck, scared prey. And it is going to begin making its way towards Jamie.
Can we do anything in this? Like, if I get into the airlock and I give my dad over to Andrea and I'm like, hey, make sure he gets to safety. Can I try to engage or no? Do I, like, is it a one or the other thing?
At this point, that's probably one or the other, but that's Chris's call.
Because the airlocks are closed, right? So they got to open
You would
it.
have to
I
open
mean,
I don't
you
know
could
how
charge your
fast it
dad,
is, but if it's
although-
fast enough to get to me before she has time to do that.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. Yeah, it would be, you would have to, I mean, the other option that I can give you is, you would have to play it out. You could put your dad down at the airlock while Andrea tries to open the airlock, and then you would have the chance to either get to Jamie and help him or engage. But it is very much it would then be a case of someone else would then have to roll to get your dad in. So you'd be leaving.
Yeah.
I would say in that sense, the way the roles would work would be the way Carrigan would have to rely on someone else. So it's up to you whether you would, if Carrigan would kind of equate that out and decide whether she could rely on someone else to do it, or if it's something that you would have to do yourself. So I would say we'd create that with the roles.
Okay. So she's going to look at Andrea and go, so I'm your friend.
I assumed.
Protect my dad. And I shove my dad onto Andrea.
Okay. No problem. What are you doing once you've done that? Are you engaging with the Xeno, or are you going towards Jamie.
I'm gonna run towards Jamie as fast as I
Okay,
can.
give me a mobility roll. Because its attention isn't currently on you guys, it was on Jamie.
Yeah.
So, mobility roll, you're able to get across to Jamie.
Okay. If I can, then I would like to grab Jamie by his collar and then do authority and yell at him, "Move your ass." I got a command of 3.
Jamie, you get this overwhelming feeling that you should get up and move.
He's
your
not
ass.
good. He's trying to
Yeah.
run. He just
I
failed
understand.
at it.
Yeah.
I understand,
Yeah.
but now
So-
you're being helped by my
Yeah.
ability to.
Yeah,
don't have to
he's
roll
not
any of that.
resisting this in any
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
He's trying to do the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Her
he's gonna
command
try and
is
run.
move your ass.
Yeah. So with that, Carrigan, I will need one more mobility roll for you to get yourself, because there's no roll for
Yeah.
Jamie's getting there. Jamie is now on his way
I
to
gotta panic,
the. Okay.
and I failed the mobility.
Okay.
I'm keeping it together.
Okay. As Jamie makes it to the airlock, Carrigan, you are now enemy number 1. As the Xeno now begins to.
I'm gonna start shooting at it.
Very well. Can I like drag this guy? Can I like click him? Oh, look at him. Rawr.
Hell yeah, let's
Come
go.
towards me. So yes, Zero is now going to start heading towards you guys. I'm actually pretty sure I should be able to just put you guys in here as well, you know.
Now my plan is for Jamie to just keep running.
Why did that do that?
You
Oh, yeah,
run to
that's
the
what
airlock.
Jamie's doing.
That's
That's what Jamie's doing.
Yeah. So,
And I would like to. Is this like? No, this isn't like the other. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I wanna draw its attention, like that way.
I don't even
That-
see your artwork.
Blue.
No,
No.
you have to use the paintbrush tool. If you're using like, there we go.
I
Yeah.
was
There we go.
trying. I want to move this way. I want to draw it away. I'll draw it that way.
Okay. Nope, that's no problem. We can
Okay.
start. What I will say though is
Mhm.
under that movement, as he like
Or I'll-
you will be able to start timing it as you kind of move out this way.
Or I could start moving towards it, but
No, that's cool. You can start doing that. All I'm
Okay.
going to do is I'm going to r/.
I'm just trying to keep its focus on me.
Well, that's where I'm going to roll this d20, because the direction that you've went, you're kind of like, it's now in the vicinity of Joshua, and Joshua at this moment was trying to get the attention because he was timing
okay.
Jamie. So a d20, 11 or above, its attention's on you. 10 or below, its attention switches to Joshua.
Okay.
19, so its attention stays on you.
Can I shoot it?
As it begins to go towards you. Yes, you can shoot at it if you wish. Okay.
I got it too.
2. So you do take 2 shots at it. Both do successfully hit it, but it
But
does
no
not
more.
appear to stop or slow down as it
I'm gonna-
begins to just
I'm
slowly
going to
move.
continue to shoot at it until it or myself is unable to. Dead or incapable.
Okay. I will say once the gunshots do go off, you can continue to do that, but I will say that the rest have opportunities now.
Yeah.
As we
Yeah,
would then thing
absolutely.
in. So the rest of you now have opportunities to do whatever you want to do. Joshua, you are still currently sitting at the escape pod as the xenomorph is kind of starting to just slowly and creepily make its way towards gun-toting Carrigan. Andrea and Jamie has now joined you at the airlock. Well, you're currently holding Carrigan's dad. So what would
Yeah,
Try and open the airlock.
Yeah, we're trying to open
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Jamie, give me a comtech.
Please. Son of a fucking bitch. What the fuck is going on?
Remember at the start of last
Come
episode where you were saying
on.
comtech's your best rolls?
It is.
Look at all
Do I
those
use the
dice.
contact now?
I start to tremble.
I will say, if you want to do a comtech, you would have to put down Sean. So if you then succeed, whatever happens, you would have to do a strength roll to get Sean back up. If you're happy with that, you can go for a comtech.
If he's only down the... Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, it would just be a simple, there wouldn't be any plus or minus on your strength. It would just be...
Comtech. I got 1 success.
Okay. Yes, you are able to open up the airlock into the kind of pressure area, which is between the station and the ship kind of thing.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and get... I
Yep.
got two on strength.
Yeah, you're
get him
able
back
to get you and Carrigan's dad into this part of the airlock. It's now a case of Jamie. You can just where you are. You can hop in. You're fine. I'm not gonna.
I'm trembling. I'm
Yeah,
not frozen.
Yeah.
So
From that distance, you're able to get into the threshold. So it is. It is up to you guys. Joshua, I'll say that it's your kind of going the rounds to tell me what you're going to try and do.
Okay, so we're cycling the airlock. Carrigan is shooting at it, and its attention's on her. I need to. Fuck. I'm gonna. I sent you a ninja note. Did you see it?
Yes.
So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna, at the same time, I'm gonna tell Carrigan to get her ass to the airlock
Okay.
because they need her protection.
Give me a ranged attack. One success. I'll say that you are able to get shots off it. I will say that as everything's thing, that this has moved slightly closer, so it's more triangulated. I will say you are able to get a shot off, as much as it's not an impactful blow. You, with the fact that it's facing Carrigan, you're able to get a shot off kind of, and it's kind of like back and side, which is slightly less protected. So I will say that you are able to kind of hit it enough that, because it's still got a really good AC, but I'll say, just for the funsies, you are able to slightly divert its attention, as it is now actively trying to see what has caused it to be like the foot, which I can do that, and it knows what the fuck.
Come on, you ugly son of a bitch.
Toro.
So I'll say at that point, as it was still kind of moving, I'll say it's probably in between both of you, and I will say with this, both of you do have an open line to the airlock.
then yeah, I'll be like, if he tells me to run, I'll be like, you too, bitch.
Okay.
And try and take off towards it.
Okay.
Mobility.
Yep, mobility, please.
Please, Dice God. Please. No! Dice God! There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so
He's
one success with your push.
it's like the worst we've rolled
know.
this entire show. Is this
Move
episode?
you guys into the airlock. Carrigan, you are able to kind of rush yourself to the airlock.
Okay.
Joshua, I need a mobility roll from you, please.
I'm gonna, before I dash off to the airlock, I want to try and bait it to charge, and so if I can get out the way, it crashes into the open escape pod. That's kind of what I want to do.
You want to matador it?
Yeah,
I'm here for that. So what we'll do is, because it has mobility.
I'm aware of it.
I
Okay.
think it even has a charge
So-
attack, I would expect.
I think they do if I remember the rules.
Hold on, and I'll see right now. I don't think it necessarily has. It has like an all-out attack. It just launches into a wild attack, but it's.
Yeah.
This is more of a kind of lunge, so I'm just going to use its mobility. We'll say its mobility is a 12, so shit's going to be fun. So I will say with its
You
mobility.
mean to tell me a 7-foot-tall crazy alien with acid blood has a mobility of 12? That sounds like hex to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Joshua, give
Alright.
me a mobility roll. Or would this
Oh,
be a
Dice
mobility
God! No!
No.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, give me your panic roll. Nervous twitch. Okay.
Can I? Okay. Just
You
give me.
ran.
I know that, but I have a question, and we'll let the game mother answer it. So I've made it back, and I have yelled for him to run back to me, back to the airlock. He is fucked up. Can I not? Because I did see him shooting it in the back, and that had more of a reaction. Can I start shooting it in the back?
I will say that him doing this is while you're running, because it was
Fine.
all at the same time. So what I'll say
Fine.
is I'll give you that option, but first it is going to get to him.
Yes, okay.
And then I'll let you react to that.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah, Joshua.
That is very fair. That's more than fair.
With your cunning and adrenaline, you bait it in order for it to kind of run, and as it moves, you quickly realize again you ain't no spring chicken anymore, and age has caught up with you, and as you dive out the way as it lunges towards you, it does, as you kind of say, it does strike you with its tail. And it will, it's going to be the first actual damage. It will cause some damage. I think damage is 1. So you do.
Can he try and block it as his fast action in reaction to it to try and lessen the damage?
The thing with it is this is with the tail attack, it's just, and it's an immediate 1 damage. It's what happens after it that can be thingied, but I'm no making that happen. So this is just, it's more like a whip than anything else. Just gonna double check. And this is where Carrigan can have, because your reaction will determine whether the next thing's happen or not, and then Joshua's
Okay.
kind of,
So I can go ahead and roll ranged?
yeah, roll ranged. Okay.
1.
Okay. You
It's not the best I've ever shot, but I hit it.
you do hit it, and it does sort of, you do gain its attention somewhat.
Can I yell for him to just get in the fucking pod?
Well, I'll say Joshua, with this attention currently off, you can use your kind of fast action if you want to try and get out the way or kind of block or move or something like that. You have an array of them.
So the pod is behind me, the alien's in front of me, there's debris and shit to the left, I take it?
Well, I would say that because you had slightly moved, where you are on this is where everything is. So the alien is slightly to your left. So again, you do have somewhat of a clear, but your mobility would be up against the Xeno's kind of attack as well, because it's only kind of just like whipped at you to capture you kind of thing. Carrigan's gave you the opportunity though to kind of get
Going somewhere.
like Carrigan's gave you the opportunity of your fast action to kind of retreat, block, get out, run, kind of just be out of the danger zone.
Carrigan is screaming at you. Fucking run!
Okay.
I don't think the sound is going to help, I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to... shit. Has the airlock cycled open yet?
Yeah, the doors are open.
Or-
the 3 of them, or the 4 of them, are currently inside. So it's just you with an open airlock.
Okay, I'm gonna head. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm gonna dash towards the airlock and put rounds toward the creature to kind of pin it down to suppress it.
Okay. Give me a mobility. Oh, actually, no, you don't have to roll just on the fact that if Carrigan's giving you this and it's a fast action, and I'm pretty sure run and the fact shit, yeah, there's no skill or thingy. The only thing that there was an engaged range, but the alien's currently not engaged because its attention's on Carrigan right now. So I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna dash out and try and suppress it with fire.
Okay. I will say you are able to kind of get somewhat away and oh no, why is it doing that? I want all of it. Rawr.
What is it doing now?
He's trying to be in half. I will say you are able to kind of like hold it back as you're making your way back through. Carrigan, I'm assuming that you would probably just start opening fire when you see Joshua opening fire. Yeah, so give me ranged attacks.
Please, please,
And
please,
Andrea,
please,
I would
please.
say that you could as well, with the fact that you've kind of just
sweet.
pulled Sean in and kind of just put him to safety, and you're kind of within all the same.
Oh, okay. Then I will also.
I got 2.
2 successes. Okay.
Let's get it.
I'll try again.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like to check.
Yeah.
Joshua, you as well, please.
Where is there it is. Why did it not? Roll20's acting funky for me.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay, so the 3 of you just start opening fire towards this creature, and you are able to slow it down. It's at that moment that the sound of gunfire amplifies, and Carrigan, are all 4 of you give me observation rolls, please.
Okay.
I do have eyeballs.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, you see.
Finally got a single
Hi,
success.
hello.
Yeah, you
I had to
all
make-
have eyeballs.
I had to make hand binoculars, but I got them.
Well, you're shooting, so it's a hand monocle.
Yeah, yeah.
love the idea of a little monocle just
Yeah.
settling on
Yeah.
Carrigan's.
Yeah, the first
What's
one. The
happening?
first one, you were opening your shut eye.
Yes.
As you hear this amplified gunfire, you look to the side and see multiple people coming in with heavy duty weaponry from the entrance to the cargo bay, just begin to open fire. And the creature is slowly backed up until between you all, this final blow just cascades it into this airlock or this escape pod.
Yeah.
It's at that moment that you did manage to get across. It's at that moment that the airlock doors just close. And
Our airlock?
yes,
Okay.
your airlock doors just close. And through the window of the airlock, and it's relatively a big airlock kind of thing window, you do see multiple people running in, and Jamie not so much because you wouldn't have came across like within your kind of sheltered life from where you were. Plus, oh no, you were there. Jamie was actually there in the bridge. All of you recognize
Bishop.
these uniforms as members of the USCMC enter into this airlock or this hangar, and you do in fact see Bishop walking in behind as the rest of the team secure the escape pod. And after a few minutes of the escape pod doors being closed, Bishop's attention turns to your airlock as he begins to make his way towards you.
Do we have like radio out of the airlock? Because I don't
Yes.
want to fucking open these doors.
Yes, you'll be able to use the intercom to be able to kind of communicate.
Mr. Bishop, wonderful to see you. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same thing if we didn't already know you were going to be here.
And who told you we were going to be here?
Well, when we got word that your ragtag crew had found the location of the creature, we knew you wouldn't be able to do it on your own. So we had some help.
Okay, feasible. Hey, questions. What questions? Were you aware that my father was on the station?
He's still alive? Oh, give him that.
Yeah. Did you cut his tongue out?
It's like we said, silence is key.
Okay. So I was sent here by the marshals.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot to talk about back at home office. And then I'm going to turn around and be like, we should leave.
I was about to ask Chris, there's a ship in this airlock, right? That's why we got in here.
Chris?
Well, that's the thing.
No! Are you fucking kidding me?
As you turn to go to the other side of the airlock, you notice one thing. all of your crew are not within this airlock. Standing outside the door at the console, you see Joshua.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna look over at Bishop and be like, Jack here.
He's on his way.
You're fucking dead.
So we're good, right? I delivered on the contract.
Carrigan is just open mic. You are fucking dead. You better hope I never see you again.
We'll say at that point, another figure walks into the hangar and steps up alongside Joshua and Bishop.
So I delivered. Now you're gonna take care of my daughter, right? She's gonna get the care she needs.
As he says that, you all are Carrigan and Andrea, you both recognize the voice of Jack Powell as the figure steps up towards Bishop and Joshua. And Jack will kind of look at you, Joshua, say, you did good. You definitely kept up your side of the deal.
I'm gonna look at Andrea. So who you with after me?
Marshall Mackenzie, I do understand.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
If you're not with me, then you're against me. And I have to protect my dad to my last breath. I'm going to pull my gun and cock it. You got to choose sides.
As this is coming through the intercom, you will be interrupted by Jack. Colonial Marshal Mackenzie, there's
Fuck off, Powell.
no need for any of this. Andrea,
Yes, sir?
I always did like you and knew you would reach the heights. But you had to talk to Carrigan.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you learned too much about what we were doing here. And it was unfortunate about your parents. But we knew that you telling Carrigan that, Carrigan wouldn't stop at anything to make sure that those responsible were held accountable.
I understand, sir.
Joshua,
Yep.
we appreciate what you've done. There's only one problem with everything, and that's that once we found the true capabilities of this research, our plans changed. And unfortunately, you're just another one of those numbers. And at that point, he turns and gestures to Bishop, who, without warning, raises his gun and fires towards you, Joshua, as you are dropped. Jack then turns back to the rest of you in the airlock you all must know that we can't have anyone talking about what's truly going on here. And that's when he notices Jamie. And he has a bit of a puzzled look on his face. That wasn't the pilot you began with.
No, the pilot sabotaged himself on Argo.
I put that through in the report, sir.
Jamie in a very weak voice.
Shut up, Jamie.
No.
You can keep talking, but
no.
she's gonna say,
No,
"Shut
no.
up, Jamie."
No. Jamie in a very weak voice is just gonna say, I just wanted to go on an adventure.
And you did! Wasn't it wonderful?
With that, Andrea, you will notice that familiar slight look of empathy, sympathy kind of thing before he kind of ruffles himself out of it, and he'll look at you, Jamie, and he'll just say, this was wrong place, wrong time for you, unfortunately, but yeah, you'll learn something. And Jack is slowly going to just turn and begin walking away back towards the Cathar station, leaving Bishop. And he'll kind of look at Joshua's body on the ground. Always feels good to get one back. Been waiting a while for that. Felt almost as good as when I got that one on Alba. And he'll begin to turn around before he turns back. One more thing, Marshall. Just in case you didn't know, your dad was the one that wanted to stop this. Just so you know. And he will walk up to the airlock control and he'll just say, see you next time. As everything goes to black and end credits roll.
Hey, the good news is that death is quick. It's basically like falling asleep.
But yes, with that, I would like to say a massive thank you to, first of all, the cast who have been pretty much perfect for me in this game, being the first game that I've actually ran properly. Everything that I have somewhat just shoved onto you, you've all kind of took it, and I really, really appreciate that, even when it's not been as plain sailing. I appreciate you all being a part of this. To everybody that was watching and have watched along, thank you very much for joining for us. But yes, for the final time, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and you have a wonderful week and continue to have wonderful weeks going forward. So from me, thank you for being here and goodbye.
Thank you.